beginning. What song you listening to right now, Deebs?
Bop, bop. What song am I listening to?
What's your tune right now? Let's see what Deebs.
1,600 minutes.
Rent.
For sure.
I don't know, man. Honestly, I listen to everything. I love. Okay, something about me. It's biased because I'm Persian and I'm Middle Eastern, but I love house music.
Sorry.
Bro, don't do that, bro. I'm traumatized from all the bomb attack shit, bro.
Was that racist?
This guy puts a fucking explosion as soon as I say Middle Eastern.
That was. I thought that would be fitting. I don't know. You said Persian, Middle Eastern. I was like.
Yeah,
We've got a sound
2001.
We've got a sound for that. No,
I can't listen to Funkmaster Flex then.
No.
Oh yeah,
definitely not.
we did that bit. We talked about Funkmaster Flex being on an army radio.
Oh my god,
and how annoying and PTSD driven that would be because it's just fucking
too many gunshots, bro.
You don't know nothing about America. What song? What's the latest song you listen to?
Bro, honestly, bro, I'm a Justin Bieber fan.
Biebs?
You know, I love Bieber, bro.
What's the? Wait, hold up. What era of Biebs?
Oh fuck.
What era of Biebs is the best Biebs?
Bro, yo,
you gotta pick this carefully. Like,
don't worry, I got this.
Pinky the porn star. You pick wrong.
This guy said Pinky, bro.
She's a thumb now.
Oh
by
my,
the way.
yeah, she's thumb. 100%, bro. She's a whole fist, bro.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. This is no Pinky. This is a fist.
She looks like a boiled dumpling. All right.
She look like a Chinese bun, bro.
She can look like a misshaped chicken nugget.
Can you body shame porn stars if that's partly their job?
Nah. No, it's fine.
It's like, yeah, because it's
okay.
It's like dissing your jumper. Like if you're a ball player, right?
You have to roast it.
Come on, what are you doing? If fucking
you said you wanted to do this, so you better take the hits.
What was that fat ass raptor we had? Oliver Miller,
the big O.
Oliver Miller. That one of the OG Raptors.
Yeah.
This nigga was like $3 bills at one point.
$3 bills? He was Black Bryant Reeves.
He was humongous, dog. He was really big.
He had a big ass
even
too, probably.
Zion.
Yeah. Man, Zion's.
They're
big
making fun of him right now. Yeah, big boys.
It's
man.
like, Zach Randolph too.
Zach Randolph, another one. Yeah, so we should be able to body shape
Nathan Jawai.
But back to the Biebs. What era? Easy with the H's. Gotta be easy with the H's in this country.
Yo, you have honestly, a great voice, man.
Thank you.
Great Persian singing voice.
Thanks,
for sure.
Bro. Yeah. You too, bro. I told him.
No, but then there's a specific tone to that style of singing.
Yeah.
That the riffs you guys do, the ad libs, the note switches.
Well, they do what I think what also Indian people do, which is they say that Persians and Indian people find the notes in between the notes. And you guys have mastered the notes in between notes. So it sounds like it's a little off, but it sounds it's not
perfectly.
It's perfectly in pitch.
Exactly.
It's incredible. Yeah. I remember looking into it, and just the linguistics and everything behind it is crazy, man. It's really crazy.
No,
but back to the Biebs. I need the We're gonna do this every time now, by the way.
3, 2, 1, go! Honestly, Purpose, man, that album.
Purpose.
It's when he came back, when he got his new, the Jesus love came into him.
Is when
I'm not religious at all. I'm not religious at all, but
when he found God,
that's when he found himself, right? It's very profound. He found himself. He started to sing his songs, and I feel like he became the real Justin.
The real Justin.
But I do love his newer, the most recent stuff he's put out. I feel like he's having fun with it now.
Justice?
Yeah, Justice. Especially, obviously, Peach is a classic, but...
up for record of the year, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Up for record of the year.
And, obviously...
Is it 2 years old?
It is.
Peaches? No, it's like a year. About a year. Yeah, it came out last summer.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Because I did a parody on that, so it was in the summer, I remember.
Yeah.
And Giveon and Daniel Caesar, obviously fucking
nominated
it's a banger.
for a Grammy.
That's what I'm saying. So, but Purpose is nice too. I'm a very emotional guy. I like melodic shit. Okay, I told you I like house music earlier. I like high energy beats. I wake up in the morning, dudes. It's Sorry.
You like this cultural appropriation? This nigga, he just took Chronics and Popcorn's whole flow.
Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, that song, he had a lot of heat on that song. Sorry, right?
Yeah, this album, I don't think I listened to. I think this is the one I didn't listen to.
The album?
Because of that single, yeah. I was like,
right.
we're in that. It was around that era where everyone is making tropical house, as they call it.
But that's not tropical house. It's just, it's just mainstream.
It's called CDM.
What the hell is CDM?
It's called, like when I was in Trinidad, they were calling it CDM.
That's what they called it.
Caribbean dance music.
Oh.
Diplo was calling it tropical house.
Well, I mean,
that's what he gave it a genre name, tropical house.
It depends, man. I don't know. There's Moombahton, there's Moombahton, there's reggaeton, there's like a mix of that with house, and so it's like
what was the first word you said?
Moombahton.
Moombahton. What was that?
You know what that is?
No.
Oh, it's like I actually don't know how to explain it perfectly, but it's like a
How
mix.
do you spell it?
MOOMBAHTON. I'm a great speller, by the way. Thank you very much.
BOH?
No.
BAH.
BAHTON. Something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Moombahton.
What?
It's like I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like it's I think 80 to 90 BPMs or some shit. It's really slow, but it's kind of like dance hall in a way, but slower.
I gotta hear.
But also housey in a way.
I found
if
a
that makes
playlist.
sense.
Let's hear Moombahton 2022. Oh.
So it's like reggaeton. You know what I mean? Like it's very very sexy.
Okay.
Like you can dagger, but it's a slow dagger. It's an emotional dagger.
Oh, not now.
Now
not
it picks
fucking
up.
it is. Oh no, not fucking it is. Never mind.
Hey,
Hey,
yo,
dale.
yo perreo sola.
Dale.
Hey,
Dale,
Bad Bunny,
mami, dale,
baby.
mami.
Hey,
I feel like I'm at
yeah.
Latin Fest.
Yeah, so it's like pretty much Bad Bunny, like in a way, sometimes. Yeah, because I also love Bad Bunny. He's my favorite artist right now. But
So what is the difference between Moombahton? I guess the infusion of EDM.
because Diplo Major
gonna say,
Lazer
it's
was
that
doing a lot of
Diplo
Moombahton.
sound.
It's a Diplo sound, yeah.
Diplo strikes again.
Major Lazer.
What the fuck? Hold on. So let me get this straight. Diplo is out here. He's Thanos. He is EDM Thanos. This
He's
nigga's
literally
out here
EDM
collecting
Thanos.
collecting genres, and adding them to
And
his
exploding.
gauntlet.
Yeah. And
He spins with that glove.
Yeah, I know.
That's
He
insane.
spins with his dick.
Ladies and gentlemen,
EDM for sure.
we
Yeah.
have not introduced our guest properly.
Oh,
We
shit,
have
I
a
totally
man
forgot
of-
about that. Maybe I'm secondhand high from all the fucking
No, we do the
smoke.
fucking intro like 20 minutes later.
That's great.
usually.
It's my favorite.
Yeah,
It's my
whenever
favorite.
we read,
I love it.
remember, really.
That's my favorite shit in the world.
We've got a man of many voices, a very talented man, a content creator. When you say content creator, now a lot of times these days, you're getting what, 2 videos a week? Maybe, if that, maybe 1 video a month. Now with this guy. This guy's the content machine.
Jeez.
We've got Neema Naz in the building. Nasty Naz in your area.
Bop, 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 bop.
Hailing
to
all
do
the
that?
way from the north.
I was born in Scarborough, so I can do that.
You were born in Scarborough?
Scarborough General Hospital.
When did you move?
When I was 10.
10, and you moved up
To
north?
Markham.
To Markham? Is that where you live now? Markham?
No, now
Oh,
I'm
okay.
even more north. I'm going back to my roots. It's
Where are
getting
you
too
now?
white now. Keswick.
Keswick.
Yeah,
Oof.
yeah.
But I
I'm by
need
the
some of
boonies,
that,
bro.
though. I need some of that. I need it.
But it's nice, it's
I need
nice.
some white culture.
You do.
I got to just experience it up close.
I've very much a benefit right now because all the chaos you have in the city, you can go back home to your lake and 10 people living there,
Yeah.
and you're unlike all the cows on the farm,
Right.
and you can actually think, you can breathe. It's peaceful.
yeah.
Right? So it's nice.
I guess
but
in your older years too, you start to
appreciate
value that.
100%.
Definitely.
Way more.
100%. You get to appreciate the silence and the
there.
peacefulness.
I'm getting there.
Trust me, you would like
You
a
know
lot of.
me. We've been downtown for a minute, me and you.
Oh, buddy.
Hot minute.
You-
He's been downtown longer than
Yeah,
me, but
you
I've been
guys are-
downtown since like 2011, 12.
Yeah,
Around
it's
that
been a minute.
time.
Yeah, you guys would
And-
appreciate it for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate it sometimes when I go out, like, holidays or like when you
Yeah.
go to visit your mom and she's out in the burbs or some shit.
Once in a while, it's beautiful. I have never done it for a long period.
Long stints, no.
So that's where I get where.
Sounds terrifying.
I mean, that's what I thought too. At first, I was kind of hesitant to be up there because I live with my parents and my brother, and I'm not obviously ashamed to admit that. But
why?
Did you say you're not, or you?
I'm not ashamed.
Okay. Oh, I thought you said you are ashamed.
No, I don't give a fuck. I actually I prefer it that way because I like when I get older too. And I'm sure you guys have felt this too, but obviously our cultures are very family oriented. You love your family and stuff, and I appreciate the older I get. I'm like, yo, I'd rather spend the time I have now while I can with my mom and dad and my family before they're gone, because at the end of the day, what the fuck else matters, right?
Well, there's a few things there with you. Like, there's a couple themes in there that I noticed that just run with you in your career. Not giving a fuck, huge.
Yeah, that's the big part. Yeah,
that's a huge thing. 100%. How did you get there,
bro? Just fucking I was never good at anything in my life, but I knew I was good at something, and that was just making other people laugh or make at least a little bit joyful around me at the time.
Yeah.
And I was always like I'm sure you guys too. Like you were the joker of your family. You
Absolutely not.
Oh, you were. You're like, no,
I was a buzzkill actually.
I faked my way here. I'm reverse Thanos.
Well, actually, I do like watermelon. That's not even funny.
So yeah, I was always the goofy kid. I never cared about academics as much, even though I felt like I had to do well in school as an immigrant coming from an immigrant family, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You're like, yo, you gotta do great math, English, science, and I'm like, I want to fucking have fun.
Yep.
Like I don't care about this shit, but I still did it just to at least please my parents for a bit. And then after a while, I was like, man, I just like fucking. Every conversation I ever have with someone growing up, I realized I always just want to like go for the funny in it.
Yep.
No matter where we are, what we're doing.
Yep.
Like I feel like I needed that. So, and I didn't know that comedy or acting was a thing in my future. I just thought at the time when I was doing that, it always made me happy doing that.
That's when I relate to that heavily.
Yeah, right.
I didn't know. I didn't think of it as a career ever. For a long time, it was just more like this is fun.
Yeah,
it's just something you naturally lean into because there's just like this inkling to just want to say something funny at the end of that little funny exclamation point at the end of everything.
Just to sprinkle it off, just to top it off, just to salt bathe that.
But then when someone laughs, it's like,
woo, a little more, a little more, yeah, double gog 3000 after that, and then you go too far and like, yo, what the fuck did you just say?
Yeah, exactly. Now the food tastes like shit.
You burnt that shit, bro. Shut up. But yeah, it's funny because I loved watching when social media came about and YouTube in 2006 and 2007.
Yeah.
I was on that from the beginning, but just as a consumer.
Yeah.
And actually, you were one of the first people I saw at least in the Toronto, Canada, sphere. That I was like, oh fuck, like there's like other people like me, like not like race wise, but obviously I'm not Jamaican, but like me and like the culture of Toronto that are doing this shit, and it's like funny. And it's like, oh, I understand this humor because I've been around these people myself, exactly. Right? You're just a little bit older than me, but it's still the same shit.
Thank you for that. Appreciate
it. You old hag.
Yo, fuck. Yeah, no.
Where's your crutch, bro?
What I noticed with you that you dive into that I love is always culture, right?
Yeah.
And I think that like I noticed that heavily more so with comedians from Canada. Well, not comedians, content creators from Canada as well as the UK. I don't really see it a lot in other places other than like Spanish black. Like it's never really a variety.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And for you, I feel like you're our new Russell Peters, bro. Like
thanks, man.
You have power over this linguistics that's like crazy. Like your ability to change your voice and mannerisms.
Yeah.
Like I rate people who can change their voice, but it's very rare you see people who can also lock in on the mannerisms and not make it offensive at the same time.
Yeah.
Like do you consult with different people from different cultures to make sure that you're doing it correct, or are you going straight off the cuff like this is what I think it is?
Right. That's a great question.
You're
actually,
doing great. When you did the Filipino one, I'm like, who'd you talk to, bro? Which one of my cousins you talk to?
Which Tito do you know?
Which Kuya? Which Kuya? Kuya Aaron? You talk to Kuya Aaron.
You're hanging with Manong Harold, Kuya Harold over there at Tim Hortons for too long, huh?
Yeah, no, It's a bit of both. It's one mainly who I grew up with. First of all, I grew up in Markham, Scarborough. So first of all, it was a lot of Chinese people, Indian people, Tamils, some black people, and Arabs and white people. And then throughout my life, I met the Italians, I met the Greeks, and then I met the more Jamaicans and the Nigerians and the Africans and all the other people, and then Filipinos. It just kept on coming. But I also, now I'm at a point where I take this shit seriously. I've been taking it seriously since 2014, since I dropped out of university to do comedy and acting, right?
Common theme.
Yeah, it's
common
like literally, right?
I've heard that story a million times.
Yeah.
And my story's the same way.
Right.
Like a million times.
Well, because
dropped out of school, I gotta do this shit.
You gotta do it. You know why? Because it's like I know like I'm good at it. And I know I'll be dedicated to it more than anything else in my life.
Yep.
So I'm either going to go 100% or 0. There's no in between. There's no plan B. Because if you have a plan B, you already lost, right?
Yeah.
And so my thinking is like plan A, I'm going to go 100% full force. So throughout my career, up until now, at least in the past few years when I start to blow up a little bit on online, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, I start to take even more seriously and be like, you know what? I have to, if I'm going to, try to represent the people I grew up with, I have to go from the root of it. So that means ask my friends that are from that culture, ask other people. I reach out to other people who are from that culture that I know of, at least, that I don't know personally, but I still want to learn stuff because I actually care and I want to represent them, not shit on them.
Yeah.
Just like you said, I'm not trying to I don't know what you said, but like,
you want to sound educated. You don't want to.
I don't want to be like punching down on them.
Doing. Yeah, exactly.
And along the way, the beauty of comedy is that, and you guys know, is like you're gonna make mistakes along the way, which I've made obviously throughout the way. But it's like if you don't try, how are you gonna know if it's not gonna work?
Exactly.
So that's my thinking, and it's everything I do online that you see or in stand up. It's like all out of love, bro. It's like I just want to make people laugh. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
I see it strictly through the lens of comedy. I don't see it through the identity politics or this and that. It's like I don't give a fuck about that shit.
That's on other people.
It's on other people. I don't even know. I'm not too dumb to think about those things. I don't even care. I just, so I just do it naturally, what is me and authentically me, and I go for that, and that's why I can do it comfortably because I don't care. And I know it's like I'm just being myself off camera. Like I'm on camera the same way I am off camera.
Yeah.
Like I'll just fucking fuck around, like, just like you guys, right?
Man. So best way to be, bro. Like,
and that's it, man.
If you gotta pretend, that's when you making life harder for yourself. Like
100%.
Honestly, pretending is making life. I'm too lazy to pretend to be somebody else. I'm
100%.
My flaw is my gift.
Yeah.
I'm way too lazy,
literally,
to pretend to be any of you. Like that's crazy, and all you guys suck. So who am I really pretending to be?
Legit.
Like,
Same with me. I totally get that, bro.
Yeah.
Laziness.
Procrastination. I was gonna be you, but I'll do it tomorrow.
If I'm trying to be somebody, it's because it's a character I'm doing. That's the only time I'm trying to be somebody.
That's it.
Else.
And I think that's probably
game.
another reason why it's very easy for us to be ourselves, because of that exact reason.
Yeah,
when you play basketball all day and you come home and your girl's like, yo, let's go run some hoops, you throw up. You would throw up because it's like, this is my escape from the game. This is where I rest. This is where I chill.
Yeah.
We pretend to be other niggas all the time.
It's the best.
You think when it's time to be me, I'm gonna be That's crazy.
And it's funny because a lot of people think like, oh, this guy's, and I'm sure you guys have probably gotten some hate online too of like, I don't know, maybe me different because I'm white passing, right? So people think when I do different accents, I've done Chinese accent, I've done like Indian, I've done Brampton, it's like Filipino. So there's always those people who are like, oh, this is racist. It's like straight up.
That's one thing I was waiting to ask you too. Like,
yeah.
I'm sure you get backlash.
Oh yeah.
But what outweighs what? Like, I'm sure there's more love than there is hate, or sometimes there's more hate than there's love.
The hate be shining bright though.
But I was gonna,
them hate
right?
It's like, oh
it's
shit,
like,
you right on that one.
I know.
Do I listen?
No.
Do I hear
Haters don't take the
no.
Christmas lights down. It's always on.
It's always on.
Bright.
Always on.
It's crazy because I always talk about this with everybody, and I tell them because that's why I love doing these podcasts and like other things, just like longer form platforms, because you get to really show people what your context is and your perspective on things, right? I'm not trying to fucking shit on people or put them down, right? So when it comes to those people who are like, oh, this is racist, you can't do this, you're this and that, I can't listen to those people because at the end of the day, if I stop being myself, then I've lost this whole purpose of what I'm doing.
Yep.
And secondly, if I listen to everyone who said, oh, you can't do this video, what am I left with?
Yeah.
Because every single video I have done, there's always been that one or two people who are like, oh, you can't do this. So that's the part where I see a lot of people getting discouraged and quitting. But for me, I'm like, no, it's just it's a fucking couple minor bump. It's like, you know, majority love. Honestly, it's like, because those people who do understand, they just get it. They grew up similarly. They're from the regions, or you know, at least like they're just smart, and they're like, this guy's not trying to fucking. You've seen my other shit, so you know I'm not trying to just go after one person. I fucking make fun of everybody.
What I noticed, is that like with especially with hate comments. These niggas be shooting a good percentage sometimes.
Bro, I'm not,
Sometimes they'll point out some shit that you know
accurate.
For sure that you cheated on something, like you got away, you're trying to get away with something, or some shit you were already insecure about, and you said, I'm going to do the video anyways,
bro.
And they say it, and that's why you're really mad a lot of the time. Because it's like, you don't know me. How are you right? You don't know me. How are you right?
Bro,
fuck you.
Right 100%. On the button.
And then 100%. I'm like, if you are right and you don't know me, all these niggas is lying. I'm like, all these niggas lying.
So true, bro.
It's annoying, bro.
You're right, man. Because you know, at the end of the day, we're human, man.
Yeah, bro.
But like, as much as I have confidence, I'm like, no, fuck this. I can do what I want. I look at a comment, I'm like, oh. Why did you say that?
It's like and it's not even something that's, for me at least, not lasting. It's a fleeting thing. It's very like 0.5 seconds. I'm like, ooh.
I know,
exactly. I just
it's
move on with my day. I don't think about it. It's not plaguing me at night.
I mean, there has been a couple where I'm like, oh, bro, you motherfucker, bro. No, I swear to God, I've told another person this one time. There's this guy who comments on some of my TikTok videos. It's the same fucking guy every time. And
Say his name.
No, I get it.
Let's get him.
He's not. It's weird because he's nice, but he's a dick at the same time.
Okay.
And I can't be mad at that, but also it hurts. So
it's condescending.
It's very, but here's the thing. He always comments. He's like, "Oh, that's a really funny video, Jiggly." And I'm like, bro.
You are doing so well for 75% of the sentence.
Literally. I'm like, what do you mean jiggly, bro? Like, I completely left the first part of that comment. I'm like, Jiggly? Who's Jiggly? Me?
Does he have a profile picture?
No, it's all like one of those like fucking no-name bullshit.
But user 764.
But it's like, I don't get it. Like, do you find me funny, or are you just like trying to like fuck with me? You know? It's like,
he's jealous.
Maybe. I don't know.
There's something going on in his life. I always go back to that in my mind. That's my safety thing.
He's mad that he wants to be.
Exactly.
I mean, most people I feel like do that. Yeah.
Fuck you, Jiggly, for doing what I want to do.
Yeah, Jigglypuff ass bitch.
Even if it's not specifically doing comedy, you're going after your dreams. You're trying to achieve something and actually doing it and applying yourself.
Exactly.
People who are applying themselves would never and will never comment that shit on someone else they see.
That's facts.
Trying a thing.
That's facts.
It's that simple. Anybody who ever says anything like that is not doing shit in life that they want to do.
Yeah.
And that's not on you. I keep that in the back of my head every time, and it makes me feel way better.
If they were doing what they wanted to do, if they were doing what they wanted to do in their life, they wouldn't be spending the time
commenting.
They wouldn't have the energy. So, and when they see him, they'd see it in a different light. They would never see it in I need to bring this person down because they know what it would feel like to
bring yourself down.
It's like working retail, and and then years later you go shopping, you're still folding shirts after you check them because you know what the fuck those niggas are going through that day.
Legit,
it's crazy, bro.
It's actually the vision that I have with hate comments, and what helps me a lot is I follow Gary V's advice. I'm a big fan of Gary, obviously.
Oh, and, are you? He's a big fan of you, which is even better.
It's honestly great. Yeah. It's funny because every time I bring it up, people are like, "Oh yeah, you gotta do the impression." They're like, "Oh yeah, Gary V patience." I'm like, but it's true. People think I shit on him, but actually, he's like one of the person I look up to the most in my life right now online. Like, he's the reason why I'm even here in this first place. Right? It's like one of the main reasons because of his message and him saying he has 10 million followers on Instagram alone. He gets hate comments all the time, but he says not to get too low and too high either.
Yeah,
like, you don't look at the negative or the positive, because once you start looking at the positive too much, then you get in your head and you get the ego.
Even keel, right in the middle.
Just in the middle, just like observe and then keep going. That's the whole thing.
You have to have enough insecurities to not become arrogant.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's why I keep
exactly.
telling I tell my girl, I'm like, I don't know if I can go to therapy. I probably won't be funny after. So
Yeah, literally.
I need some
shit, bro.
Like, I need to keep whatever it is that's
Exactly,
in me
bro.
that makes me look at life and go, fuck you.
Literally,
I need
yeah.
that.
It's like,
And I can't lose it. I'm
no,
so sorry.
You can't. That's why I like sometimes like, man, I want to be healthy. I want to lose weight, but at the same time, am I gonna lose my fun? I need some titties to tell jokes, bro.
No, that would really
some-
fuck with me.
That
would really
sometimes
fuck
that
with me.
insecurity.
Yeah, it's an
needed to
insecurity,
be
bro.
Secure, man. Like
I know.
it's so ironic that you need that, but no,
But,
for
like-
sure. Like if I wasn't short, I always wondered, would I be funny if I was tall?
Yeah, you
Like,
never know.
No,
You-
I just
Listen,
I don't know.
just be a dirtbag.
I'm thinking.
Just a term.
I would struggle with that if I was you because of the myth
such a
around
big thing.
comedy of like
Yeah.
you have a visible insecurity that
Yeah, I know.
other people can see and get you easily.
I know.
Then everything's 10 times easier to understand and funnier.
Exactly.
When it's if it's somebody, it's kind of like you're punching down with your looks if
I
you're
know.
a good-looking person on stage.
Yeah, exactly.
Because people have a bad history with good-looking people.
That's
People
true.
and for the most part don't have like good-looking people aren't like their best people
No.
in the world.
That's definitely not.
And so now you get on stage, you look good, and it's like, oh, this fucking
Yeah, this
dickhead.
fucking guy. Literally, that's a common thing.
What do you got to say now?
Yeah.
Dead ass.
How are you
And you're
oppressed?
funny too?
You got to be Anthony Jeselnik
Yeah,
funny
yeah,
to be
yeah.
like
Literally.
for people to just get that out of their
Yeah.
heads.
Yeah, it's like, what are you oppressed about, you fucking sexy bitch? You know, it's
I
like,
love how he leans into it.
Yeah,
He's one of the
you have
first
to.
comedians I've seen to successfully lean into.
Jeselnik?
Yeah, I'm sexy.
Yeah.
I
But-
get it.
Yeah, but that's funny because he knows. And it's like but a
Yeah.
lot of those people don't really address that if you're a
Exactly.
good-looking guy or whatever or
Exactly.
girl. But
Exactly.
I don't know. But, I mean, luckily, I don't want to like always, rely on my weight and my looks, which I've been getting out of recently. Because when I first started doing comedy, all I did was fat jokes.
I remember.
Yeah,
I remember
don't-
seeing early days.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I was doing like but that's the thing. When you first start doing stand up, it's like you don't know what else to do, but like the most prominent thing in your life.
It wasn't like one of those moments on stage though where a big guy's making fun of himself, and then after a while, 2 minutes, it's like,
It's so sad now.
yeah,
We're only laughing
bad.
Yeah, we're only laughing for pity. Like,
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah, no.
literally, I would walk up on stage. The first thing I say is, "Wow, is it just me or is it really fat in here tonight?" It's like, and then right after that, I'd be like, "Yeah, so I have a lot on my plate these days. Can you tell?"
Yeah.
And then one after the other, I would just like one-liner fat jokes. I'm like, "Bro, like, yeah, I'm really into apps, like diabetes, chicken wings, Uber Eats, and like it was like a rapid fire. Like for 5 minutes, I'm like, yeah, like after the first two, it gets old, but at the time, it's like you got to start out with something, right? But
I always wonder from your perspective when the laughs get bigger and bigger, are you getting low-key insulted?
what do you
Ever?
mean insulting?
Like, for example, when Dave Chappelle quit the Chappelle Show, right? He heard a laugh that he made a race joke, and he's been doing that the entire
Yeah.
show. But he heard a laugh from someone who's laughed all the time that he didn't like.
Oh.
That made him feel like,
like, okay,
the
that was
N-word.
too
Like he
heavy.
just felt, like it was like,
Oh.
you shouldn't be laughing
True.
that hard.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like-
What are you thinking that I don't know?
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So I've
Yeah,
always
yeah.
wondered if like when comedians, especially
True.
in
That's a good point.
self-deprecating humor, when it's a visible thing,
Right.
do you ever look at the crowd like "fuck you"? Kind
Yeah,
of
fuck
like,
you, bitch. Yeah.
like
I do.
just a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah, for sure. I definitely know what you mean. There has been many times because obviously there's a little bit of like self-consciousness too. Like when you're
Yeah.
on stage, you're not perfect, right? It's like sometimes I'm like the whole point of stand-up is you're catering to people to laugh
Yeah.
out loud. So you want to make sure they're laughing, right? But sometimes when I make a fat joke or have done in the past or something about like my physical appearance, I look at some people and they're like turn to their friends like
Because
like,
they'll add
like,
on.
bro, what are you doing? What are you
People
telling?
add on and
They
shit.
add on.
Yeah,
It's like, what are you saying? That at least tell me so I can use it as a joke in my stand-up,
This
bro.
is what I'm saying.
Give me the tag that
I
you're
be
telling
in
your
the
friend right now.
audience and I see that, and I'm just like,
Yeah, it doesn't sit right with me.
I would fight. Like I'm in the audience and I'm not on stage, and I'm like, yo, I would fight.
Yeah, I
if
would
was
fight this
guy,
bitch
bro.
right now. Yeah,
But people
literally.
don't realize how much a diss to you could be great material for a comic. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
Like there was this one comedian, and I remember Natisha and I were like making fun of her all night. Okay, and we're like, yo, if she just accepted that trait about her, and
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
just accepted the elephant in
Embraced
the
it,
room and
yeah.
embraced
Right.
it, there's like
Kill.
the laughter that we were having, just making fun of her.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yo, if she said that about
She would
herself,
kill.
she would kill.
That's stand-up 101
You know
though,
what
I'm saying?
right?
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people get so fearful in the moment that they forget that.
Yeah.
That if you're bombing, make fun of yourself bombing, and everyone
Yeah,
will be
yeah.
like, yeah, because it's like you're going
You're-
through jokes
you
pretending
have
that you're not
humility.
fucking bombing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have humility. That's what makes
And
it
you're
funnier.
self-aware.
You're self-aware.
That's the number one thing about being a comedian.
Yeah, self-awareness. That's literally that's the first thing actually,
First
and then
thing.
it's being funny, right?
Exactly.
It's like if you don't understand what you're saying is funny or not, you're fucked.
If you don't understand yourself, a lot of the
Even
times
more.
is you're even more fucked. There's times where you can create and create and create, but if you're not like 100% as yourself, shit is just
You're
not
done.
gonna turn
You're not
out
going
well, or you're just not gonna enjoy it as
Yeah.
much as you should.
100%.
So sometimes you got to step back and just work on yourself, get yourself in the right mindset, and then create.
Definitely.
It's crazy.
Well,
man.
and that's the thing for me personally. I love the style on stage of just like fucking around and once again being myself. And
Yeah.
because in real life, I have made jokes that went flat.
Mm-hmm.
And my board's like, yo, what the fuck? We're like, nah,
We all have.
yeah, right? It's
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
But when you do that in front of strangers and you embrace like, oh yeah, you guys didn't like that one, eh? Okay, cool.
I try to stay positive. I'm like, they're just too dumb to get it.
Yeah, exactly.
I try to stay positive.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
it wasn't my
Literally,
joke.
yeah.
It was them.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just cuss the fucking audience. You fucking idiots.
I've
How'd you
seen
not get that, you piece
I've
of shit?
seen that, and it worked.
Yeah, it works, but it depends. Some people say it too aggressively and it doesn't work. But
Yeah.
if you say it in a nice, light way, it's easier for them to laugh and be like, okay, and then you get them on your side and you keep going. But
Sometimes I aggressively apologize too much. Like, I'm so sorry. This joke sucks. Oh, my bad.
I
does
mean, that
that
could
a
be funny
lot.
too.
He
Really, you
does
do
that a
that?
lot.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh,
You would do that a lot?
Dude, I did it last night. I was headlining.
even
Really?
if he gets a laugh,
laugh?
but it's not the laugh he wanted,
Oh,
he'll
because
apologize.
it's subjective. You think?
Sorry, guys.
That was dumb. That was dumb. My bad.
I'll give you your money back after the show. Oh, fuck.
See, yeah, if you make a joke out of it, that's funny. But if you're just like, oh, guys, sorry, and then you just go into your next joke, then it's like awkward. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Whatever works for everyone is different, obviously. But
Top 3 accents
that I
you
like
enjoy
doing. That I like doing. Honestly, bro, like I love doing the Persian one because it's my home, it's my country, it's my background. It's pretty much my mom, how she speaks.
Yes, we're all our mothers.
Yeah, literally.
My mom
yeah,
too.
exactly. And then I would go. Fuck, it's hard, man. I love doing it UK Grom, you know, like
Gordon
like
Ramsay.
Top Boy shit. Gordon Ramsay, like
Yeah.
anything like that, like Jason Statham, like stuff like that.
Jason
Like
Statham
yeah,
is funny, yeah.
And then honestly, bro, it's left field, but Nigerian is my third favorite.
Yo, I was gonna bring that up. You're really good at that one.
Thank you.
you're-
I love
and
doing
you
it.
look like you're having fun.
I love it.
You can tell when someone's like enthralled
into
with
it.
what they're doing at the
Yeah.
same time. Yeah, you look like you're very into it when you do the Nigerian one.
And it's like it's the most fun accent in general from like when I hear it outside, not just me, but like when I do, I'm like, man, this is amazing.
Trust me,
I'm like on cloud 9.
telling this guy.
Like, what's are you talking about? You know? It's like, how is this happening? Huh?
It's just such a chipper and
It's like
There's certain languages we were talking about this like months or years ago maybe.
It's like they're always
that like
speaking with
no
the
matter
eyebrows.
what. Yeah, like can you imagine?
I need to know what is happening.
You cannot cancel that now. Come on.
No. I did not want to that.
Come on, Joe. Yeah, no, there's certain accents that are no matter what is being said, even if people are serious, it sounds hilarious. There's patois, there's definitely a bunch of different African accents.
Yeah.
Ghanaian, Nigerian, even
Kenyan.
Eritrean.
Kenyan.
I've heard hilarious Kenyan. There's so many different accents that just naturally have a good beat.
They do.
Because with
Good
comedy,
rhythm.
it's all about beat and rhythm.
Yeah.
And those ones just
They hit.
they hit, man. It's like it's like someone made linguistics to drums.
Yeah, it's a science, bro.
It's crazy, bro.
It's and the thing is like, obviously I know I'm not doing a perfect Nigerian accent. Like I'm not Nigerian. At the end of the day, I'm still Persian. I'm like a white guy. I'm Canadian. Like
You got Niger people in your comments going crazy.
yeah,
though.
but that's what I'm saying. But like I know, like not that I need the validation, but it's reassuring when I see people from that background hyping me up in the comments too, right? Because like that means okay, I'm doing the right thing. At least I did my research and I have the basics at least, and then I can go deeper after.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's why I like to sprinkle in like the newer accents, the ones that are like a little racier, just in case. I don't want to go full force on a fucking like a Chinese, like just doing Chinese. Right? It's like you want to like mix it up a little bit, with other shit. So it's like normal. But anyway, but yeah, that's Nigerian is like one of my favorites, and definitely one of my inspirations from that is Femi too. Because that was you and him were the first guys I watched on YouTube from and for y'all obviously. And I was like, that was I watched that. I put that shit on repeat, bro. Like,
I was just talking to somebody the other day. I'm like, yo, we need to do a new one because
you should,
especially with all the changes in Jamaican and African culture. It would be a crazy video at this 100%. Point. So, bro, we got some new school people.
Bro, put me in, man. Put me in, fam.
Okay. In the video.
Yeah, let me do a surprise Nigerian accent.
Yo, it's not surprise now. But
I just want to yell, Ayodele. And then because that's Femi's thing, right? And also tantalizing and shit. Right? That's where I got it from too.
But, do you come up with all the dialogue? Because for me, when I do an accent, I'm literally impersonating the person that I had the experience with. So I'm not like creating, the dialogue and coming up with the words. I'm literally impersonating what they said verbatim, how they said it.
Yeah.
So I could really. So when people are like, "Yo, you have a good Trini accent," I'm like, "No, I'm just literally copying Marshall Montana."
Yeah, exactly.
I can only do him.
When
you ask me to do any other Trini, I'm like, I can't do it.
Every time he does the Trini accent, he goes into Marshall Montana.
That's so funny.
That's my one real reference. Yeah, right? I have other friends and aunties, and I go into them too, but that's the main one.
Yeah.
But I always wondered if you're like coming up with the wording and then being like, now let me get somebody to translate it for me, or like do you just, because sometimes
what's your process
even with patois, like I don't know when certain people know how to
actually speak it,
patoisify a word from the English.
So just like looking at a word and just being like, okay, this is how it's said in patois.
In patois.
Right. Yeah. So like, he's
when do you throw a fee?
Exactly.
Yeah, the fee. Yeah, that shit throws me off.
The rules in a sense, the rules of the speech, and especially the era.
Yes.
Because sometimes you could know patois, but it's patois
like
from 2000
or
whatever.
My God. See, I would never be able to catch that. Like, that's hard.
Trust me, you wouldn't know unless you're like a part of it or really do your research to know that there's different like ways of saying things depending on what generation you came from. It's just like us though with English. Like half the slang we say, our parents don't know what the fuck we're talking about. You know what I mean? So it's like that evolution of language. It happens even there, and if you can catch that as someone outside the culture, oh my fucking gosh, it's over.
I just started to understand Finn. Like I finna go
outside. Finna? That's been around for a few years.
Right? That's been a while.
But that's from Jamaican or
no? Finna is
just like Toronto,
southern drawl.
Finna go outside.
I know. Like Jamaicans, they say hafi, like hafi.
We're afi.
Hafi. You don't say the H. Yeah,
afi.
Yeah,
we're afi.
It's not hafi.
Yeah, afi.
It's hafi.
Afi.
It's afi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Afi go there like some. I don't know. The fuck. What is that? Like, what's the fee for? Like,
it's have to. It's just.
It's just like the way they.
Our language comes from Ghanaians.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got Ubered over by the English.
Uber boat,
boat and chain, and Uber boat and chain. It was free.
Hey, that's good.
So was the labor, and they brought us over to Jamaica. The Maroons, and that's how the language evolved from there, basically. So, like, a lot of times you'll hear Ghanaian speak, and you'll hear certain words that sound very, very similar to patois.
Interesting.
Yeah, like
that's crazy.
I've heard somebody be like, "I go there," and I'm like, "That's just a different cadence. That's the same shit that we say."
That's a good point.
So it's interesting how that works.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean,
And you said you're impersonating your mom. How cool is it that you get to make content with your mom?
Yeah,
that's
great.
A very unique thing.
Oh man, yeah, it's really fun, man, and that's I showcase her because she's just like me, but just an older version. But she never had the balls, or like she was kind of shy, you know. And it's not her thing to go on camera and film herself. But I feel like she could do it if someone did it for her. And I was like, yeah, let me just like put her on a story one day. And then like a bunch of people were like, oh my god, she's hilarious. Put her on my post. Blew up, and then I was like, okay, like let me just, and she's one of those people, like she's she gets pissed when you like fuck with her, but she also enjoys it.
Yeah.
Because she's also like roasting you back.
Yeah.
And she's funny.
And she likes that she's involved with
And she feels involved, and she's like, "Oh, look at what this person said about me." It's like everyone shows love to my mom.
Yeah.
Everyone shows love, no matter what, right?
Is your mom in the comment section? Like,
No, bro, bro.
That's amazing.
Bro, literally, I'm in the other room sometime when I drop a video of me and her. I'm in the other room like 7 hours later after I drop it. She's in her room, like just like all I hear is the repeat for like 30 minutes of the same video. Because she's like, I walk in her room, she's just like, Neema, look what they say about me.
That's so cute.
Look at these. Look at these.
Cute.
Right? It's like,
man.
yeah, it's like really, really funny to see that. And I'm like, I'm so weird that I get to give her that little bit of joy, even in her own day, to just like look at the comments and like she loves it.
Dope,
it's like cool,
man.
you know.
That's fine.
So,
Listen,
I like to, include her,
dopamine
right?
hit from the
great.
comments for an older person must hit different.
Bro, different, right?
Different.
Because we're used to it.
Yeah.
But she's not used to that.
Exactly.
She's used to her family saying stuff. But
Exactly.
all these strangers, bro, like, yeah, she's loving it.
Older people aren't used to likes and
No, they don't care about that
followers and all
shit.
that
No,
shit.
they don't
So
care.
when you see that for them, especially
Yo,
seeing the
never
number
thought
of
about
people,
that.
they must really look at the number. For us, a lot of times we're seeing the numbers so often
Yeah.
that we start looking at ranges
Yeah.
instead of the numbers.
The number,
and
exactly.
be like, yo, 20,000 people watch us. We were talking about this the other day. That could fill the ACC. That's a lot of people,
That's
but
true.
you're like,
nah.
I didn't get 60 shit.
I know.
Didn't get,
Yeah.
You know what I
So
mean?
true.
Like, so it's for them seeing
It's
20,000.
huge.
Like, yo, my mind
Oh
was,
my god.
I'm famous.
Literally.
I'm famous.
Literally
I'm
famous.
calling everyone back home.
Back
I'm
home.
famous.
Yeah, you're on the phone for 7 hours.
Oh yeah, easily.
give
Go
it-
look at this. Go look at that. We're viral.
Norman. We went viral.
Oh my god!
You're-
And the thing is too, like the internet loves parents that buy in with kid content, but I feel like it happens. People
Wait,
only
kid
buy
content
in
or their kids content?
their kids
Oh, okay.
content. Yeah,
I was like,
not
what kid content, bro?
Whoa!
They're out there doing Teletoon shit. Hey, yo.
No R. Kelly, okay? No R. Kelly over here. But no, the content with the kids, their kids, and people like seeing that because first of all, I think it's super rare. But then when they see an immigrant mom do it, it's like that's a unicorn. That's a different level.
It's a gem.
Yeah. So do you feel like that's helped you a lot and it helped your your trajectory, helped your comedy, helped your headspace in how you create comedy? Because sometimes you can't make certain things with your mom.
No, yeah, of course. Yeah,
So then
like,
you
characters
can get
getting
into
head
the
and shit,
mindset
yeah.
of having family-friendly content and
The
racy
18
stuff.
plus, yeah, for sure. I mean, the 20,000 thing you were talking about, actually, let me touch on that first, is like, my brother actually showed me this thing. He's like, because I was also at a point sometimes where like I was on a big plateau before I even went back up. But in that few weeks, I was like, man, I was kind of like down on myself a little bit. I was like, fuck, man, like I gotta up the game and I do some new shit, right? It's time to do that. And he was like, yo, look at this. He called me into his room and he's like, he went through like a whole article of like pictures of what it looks like to have certain numbers in a room. He started with 5. And then he went to 10, and then 20, and then 100, 1,000, 5,000, 20,000, 100,000. And I'm like, look, he's like, this is what 100,000 people who follow you look like. And it's like a massive stadium.
That's
Michigan,
insane.
right?
Wow.
I'm like, bro, like, yeah, that puts it into perspective. You're like,
Yeah.
wow, okay, maybe
Yeah, right.
it's not so bad.
You're right.
Exactly.
It's not so bad.
Exactly.
So it's all about perspective, really.
The older you get, do you ever feel like you don't want a certain number, or
Yeah.
do you want it all?
No, so I don't know if I'm getting what you're saying exactly, but what comes to mind first is I don't want to be too famous.
Yes, it's exactly what I'm talking
I just
about.
realized that recently in the past year because I'm like, and like when you walk out, I'm sure people notice you. They take pictures.
Yeah.
And for me, it's happened a lot more recently, and I'm like, oh fuck, like this could be out of hand soon.
Yeah.
Like if you get too big.
Yeah.
And
You
this
don't
is
wanna
only
be
like
Logan
a
brother
couple.
famous.
Yeah, no, like or fucking bro. I don't know, Cristiano Ronaldo. I was talking to my brother too about. I mean, this guy can't go anywhere.
Nowhere.
You can't go
He's
anywhere.
a prisoner.
Literally,
He's a prisoner.
And even worse is fucking LeBron, bro. Like, yo, he at least Cristiano Ronaldo looks like a normal, like,
They're
you know,
in golden
average
cages,
height.
bro.
It's like,
they're in golden
literally.
cages. That's all it is, man.
You can't.
You can't go anywhere without security, without preparing where you're going. That
what
I'm
time?
coming.
Yeah.
Then they call paparazzi
Yeah.
because we got to get him outside coming into our place.
Oh my god, bro.
It's just, and then
it's madness.
On top, for me that's all manageable. The part that would irk me the most, and the part that I can't manage, is trusting people.
That too, yeah. That's the scariest
That's
part.
the worst part
worst
of
part.
being famous.
You don't know.
Is trust.
You don't know.
Drake's been talking about trust for
Trust
12
issues.
albums. Like every album he
Literally,
has friends
bro.
he can't trust,
I
and
know,
that
yeah.
will never go away, because even
I know.
if people are doing right by you, your mind, you're a human being. Your mind
Yep.
can't help but look at an angle where it's better. And if you're the famous one, anybody that's a part of your life is leveling up
Literally.
because of you. So how can you not
I know.
think at any point this might just be their play?
I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I'm like speechless because I agree. And there's no answer. There's no fucking
There's
answer.
no answer. If there was an
You just
answer,
have to
Michael
go.
Jackson would be here. I'm pissed.
Yeah,
Listen,
for sure.
it's just,
I don't know.
It's a lot, man.
You just have to. That's why you have to have the right people around you.
Yep.
From the beginning, like you can't start adding people because you think they're going to offer you something or
Yep.
they're going to be an asset later. You have to have people from the beginning, no matter what skills they have at the time, and build with those people. This might be hard. It might be a long, fucking strenuous journey,
Go
but
as far as
it's
we
better
go.
than fucking adding people 10 years in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because then, like you said, you don't know their true intentions, and people can fake that shit for years.
Very much
Right?
so. Very
So,
much so.
I don't know,
Even
with-
people you came up with could change their
Yeah,
intentions.
and that's happened to me personally, and like
Yeah?
people have like they kind of like turn on you, and like they show their true colors,
Fame will get to your friends.
and they get jealous. Their
sometimes.
jealousy comes in, the envious, right? It's like, man, you never would have thought this person would say some shit or do some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
But it happens, and it's like I always heard people talking about that when they're in positions of like
surreal seeing
celebrity
it.
status or whatever, and I'm like, nah, there's no way they would do that. And then now that it's happening a little bit in the smaller scale with me, I'm like, damn, I could really see how fucked it can get when you get to that level.
When you get soup and money involved,
It's a wrap.
Oh
That-
my!
I
Does your
totally
mom
can
have
see
any
it.
aunties that are jealous, like his mother's not so.
Yeah.
Every time I go to her house, I get sick.
Yeah, I don't like this guy. I don't care how many money. What is the engineer status?
Yo, bro.
I don't know, but
I've seen what clout alone. Just
oh
clout.
god,
I'm
that's
not
fucking
rich.
no.
Just clout.
Clout is stupid.
Wait, I'll bring it down even more specific. I've seen what club entry can do.
Oh,
Club entry.
club entry,
Just-
VIP
God.
entrance. Like,
Just
yo, you're gonna let me
line
stand here in line. You're not
bypass.
gonna let me. Yo, bro,
Dog.
we were just shaking hands. You're not gonna bring me in
Dog,
with you.
line bypass can ruin a
Ruin
friendship.
friendships. Line
don't think you
bypass. This guy
understand.
says
That's real, man.
that's so true, bro.
Can't even-
Oh
that.
my
Ones where You can't
god.
even look back in the line. You're just
Bro.
looking down.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Once you extend royalties to people in your friend group, people start weighing their friendship based on what level of royalties they're getting and benefits from you.
Wow.
So if you're
Yeah.
benefiting 5 niggas to come into the club, and one guy, yeah, I'll get you discount. Now he's like, oh, I'm less of a friend. Okay, bet not.
Yeah,
I could only
I
get
know.
5 tickets.
Yeah, I know.
It's I'm less of a friend because I wasn't
I
one
know.
of those 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
not. You gotta
it's
avoid
fucked,
that from
man.
the beginning.
It's fucked.
Like you can't.
You're
I don't
fucked
know.
from every angle, bro.
You can't win. You can't win. It's
Can't
always
win.
a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, no,
But-
it's a miserable existence.
But that's why you have to have the right people around you who have your best intentions and that you can trust before all this shit even happens. And that's it. I mean, with my mom, like you, that question you had earlier, like, I think, it's a great addition to my content. It's not the main part, obviously, because I don't want to be the main focus because she's not Neema Naz, like the brand,
Yeah.
right? She's just a part of the brand, right?
Exactly.
But I think it's a good dynamic to have her a part of it because of the other shit I do on my channel, like all my characters getting head videos. Like it's like
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
not gonna include my mom.
Exactly.
It's fucking
Exactly.
weird, right?
The variety.
The variety. But it's. I think it works for me because I do that. It's because I do the head videos and then I have a dance with my mom the next day.
Well, it's
like,
going to be to your benefit because, especially when you get into, like, for example, a TV space. Say someone
Yeah.
gives you a sitcom.
yeah.
You got to get your mind set in a space of I can't do the head videos anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you already have that training of, okay, I know how to make family-friendly content and still make it fun for me and still make it funny. So a lot of people get stuck in a situation where they're making racy content, then
Just
they get a TV show and they can't change. But even worse, your fans see you change.
Oh, and that's that. You don't want ever to lose your integrity.
You look like you sold out. Whereas with you have both. And so if anybody says anything, go look at all this wholesome ass shit I got on my channel. What the fuck you niggas talking about? I could be on Disney Channel.
I know. Yeah, put me on, fam. Bob Saget, literally. Rest in peace, Bob Saget, man.
Rest in peace.
Literally, though, that's so true. And you know how that happens? By remaining true to yourself the whole way, the whole fucking way.
Exactly.
And that also equals having the right people around you.
Definitely.
Because if I didn't have the right people around me that I do right now, I would be naturally as a human being, my ego would be inflated.
Oh yeah.
And I'd think I'm better than I actually am.
Oh yeah.
And I wouldn't be where I am right now.
For sure.
So,
for sure.
And that's the thing a lot of people in our positions don't have. That's why it gets to their head. That's why they fall off. That's why they lose control. They do the bad. Yeah, they make the wrong decisions. Wrong crowds of people.
Titty fuck Adam 22. It's just a lot.
Titty fuck Adam 22. That's hilarious. Yeah.
It's just a lot of things.
It's a lot of things, man. You know, you fucking.
Was that a lot? Was that too much?
Is that a real person?
Oh, you enjoyed the titty.
Yeah, titty fuck.
You knew exactly what I was talking about right away. That's very interesting.
Speaking of titty fucking.
Matt, did you like the tape on her nips too, buddy? You did not. Me either. I was very disappointed. Like, if you're gonna titty fuck a guy and spit on his dick, just show us the nuts. Show us the nuts.
I don't know about titty fucking, bro. Like, I think it's
pretty pointless.
No, it's not even pointless. It's actually it's traumatic for not big dick guys, right? Because you're not titty fucking. You're just hitting the tit at that point.
Well,
because you have big enough.
It depends on her titty. Because if she got saggy titties, if she got them,
there's more range.
Chain, hang low,
rock it to the flow.
If she got them joints,
true. It's more flexibility.
She can cup it.
True.
You know what I mean? It all depends on her.
Good point.
It's got to be a good sag to dick ratio.
That's a good point. I never thought about that. I always picture the titty fucking being like just like regular
huge knockers that just point out,
like perky.
Those are the worst ones to titty fuck.
What about the girls with like?
You gotta have
it's too rough.
The titty needs a little less life.
Exactly. Yeah.
But even the cleavage though, it can't be too wide apart. Then like because when you close it in,
yeah,
it's just like
you don't feel it.
Those manhunt titties. I hate manhunt titties. That's when they. It's like they chasing each other. I hate that shit. Yeah, that's funny. Certain
even when
titties,
they try to push them together, they still see a space.
Oh,
it's like, man, you gotta have a fucking mandingo dick to get through there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
back to your content. How do you execute all this content? Because you drop a lot.
Yeah.
Do you shoot in bunches? Do you plan out and just post for weeks and you're chilling for a couple days? Like, what's your process?
And then how much do you throw away?
I don't throw away anything. I post everything. Yeah, everything you see is raw, authentic. So it's all I film it. I put it out. I don't think about it. It's the Gary Vee way, honestly. It's like just make shit. Just fucking make, okay?
Just fucking make.
Yeah, yeah. Just gonna fucking add value, okay? That's it.
I love it.
So it's funny. Yeah, it's literally what he would do is he just fucking posts 70 pieces of content a day. I'm like, how the fuck are you doing that? But
one's got to hit.
And that's the thing. A lot of people have the misconception of quality over quantity, and they think like it has to be the best quality for it to hit, but. What if that bombs? Then what? You're gonna wait 5 months before another banger that you don't know because it's subjective, right? And so for me, it's easy to just tell myself, okay, just make as much shit as possible that I think is funny still, never lose sight, and let the market decide, right? That's all it is, simple as that. And I think quantity over quality is important because.
I think quantity over quality until you can make
quality. Exactly. Until you have resources and money to add and have more people. It's it's a whole formula there. Yeah. But at the beginning, if you want to start out, and that's why a lot of these people fall off in this phase, is because they can't make a lot or they don't want to or they think it's not, I'm not getting views. Bro, I wasn't getting views for 4 or 5 years.
I remember
straight.
Those years, yes.
And then you too, right? It's like, and so if I gave up on myself all those years, would I be where I am now? No.
Exactly.
And so all I had to do was just like post, and one hit, and then another hit, and then more often it was hitting, and then that's it. And then you just slowly but surely you get to a groove.
You're getting in the gym. You're doing reps.
It's the groove. That's it. You find your voice. You find your talent. You find your flow. It's a whole thing, man. It's a system. Yeah. It's consistency more than anything, right? And obviously I'm passionate about it. It's like I love it. It's like I don't want to do anything else.
Yeah,
I just want to post.
Like having fun out there for sure.
I have fun every day, and there are times where I don't force it. I don't force it either. And it's like sometimes there's days where I'm just not gonna post. Like, fuck it. Like I don't care. Like because I want to just chill or 2 days, whatever.
It's important you take those times to yourself.
You have to
too,
because I've burned out. I've burned out. It was the beginning of the pandemic. I took a whole month off because I was on a burnout.
Oh yeah. What happened? How'd you realize you were on the burnout?
That was before the pandemic hit, where I was doing a little bit. I was starting to do a little mini tours with stand up, like across the country, and I was opening for a comedian called Kayvon in the States, and like I was just like traveling around, like fucking up my sleep, eating junk food, like not caring really. I was just like on my phone all day. It's like wasting time. Yeah. And I lost sight of what I was really doing here. And that was when I came back home, the pandemic hit, and I was like, yo, I need to fucking work on myself before I work on my content. Yeah. Because if I'm not here, who's making the content, right? So if you're not 100% as Neema Naz, the human being, then how can you be 100% as Neema Naz, the entertainer, the brand, right? And so that's when we took a whole month off. Worked on some habits, like fixed myself up, better sleep or better food, especially more than anything. Writing shit down. That was something I never did. Those things help.
Writing
small
shit
things.
down is huge.
Morning routine, night routine, right? It's like I still struggle with that shit every day.
Oh, I don't write any of that shit. Well, sometimes. Sometimes I'll do that on like a Sunday where I'll write, okay, this is what I need to get done this week.
Okay, like, that's something at least, right?
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes I'll do that, but for the most part in writing, I just write ideas.
Yeah, it's hard, man. I mean, I get it. It's like it's hard to be disciplined. It's hard to have routine. It's hard, but it's like how much shit do I gotta do, bro? I just want to fucking make people laugh. Like,
if to be a fully functioning adult, you must wake up. After getting the right amount of sleep.
That's too much.
You already, if you wake up and you didn't get the right amount of sleep, you're already fucked up.
You're already.
Then you gotta brush your teeth, wash your face, stretch,
wash your ass sometimes.
Stretch, wake up your body.
Yeah.
That's what you're legit supposed to do.
Literally. Meditate and stuff.
You're supposed to eat at the same time you ate yesterday and the day before that and the day before that. The meal has to be balanced. It has to be fresh. Can't be no rotten food or processed, frozen, none of that shit. Yeah.
And then
I'm already fucking tired.
Yeah, literally. And then you expect me to go to my office job 9 to 5? Fuck that, bro.
Sit in traffic for an hour?
No, bro, no.
In the winter?
No.
I don't know how people do it.
I don't know how people do it, bro. I'd rather kill myself.
Bro,
it sounds harsh, but
it really does sound harsh, but I'm so serious.
I actually would be the better option.
Do it because you know what? Power to those that do it because
God bless.
Yeah, we need that.
Yeah, no,
we
God
need
bless.
you to do it.
And it's fine because there are people who actually enjoy doing that, which is totally fine. I'm okay with that. Do by all means.
Whatever your wiring is that got you there,
by all means,
God
do
bless.
it, bro.
Please. Because I will be that fucking monk that lit himself on fire.
Literally.
I will sit in the office and fucking just meditate until I die.
Literally.
Because there's no way I'm fucking doing it.
How are you waking up, traveling 2 hours in fucking a packed train full of sardines, and everyone smells like fucking doo-doo, and they're all like depressed and looking at their phones and all day, and then you get to work, you hate everyone, then you have to sit in a small corner in an uncomfortable chair typing shit you don't even know about. You're just fucking rambling.
And this is only for the people that hate it, by the way. For the people
which is most people.
Most people, y'all hate it. And we've seen it during the pandemic, especially. Like, you're seeing the trend of people going towards the arts, being entrepreneurs or starting something creative. So much people left their jobs, and you got the opportunity. Think of it this way. They're like, yo, you guys can work at home in your pajamas.
Yeah.
Do your thing. You don't even have to come here. And people are like, fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm not doing any of this shit.
Yeah, literally.
People finally got to stay home and work, and they're like, this can't even make me do this.
No.
Yeah. This can't even
obviously,
make me
it's
do
like
it, bro.
you get too comfortable too, and you're like, why am I even? You start realizing, why am I even doing this work?
People are
You're
dying.
making me bring this into my home?
People are dying around you, and they're younger than you, older than you, whatever.
Yeah,
and you're just like, I'm gonna die doing this shit.
Oh, analytics of Delta 456. What the fuck are you talking about? You don't even know. You don't even know how to spell that shit.
I met a girl and she says I do import exports for sheetrock. I was like,
what the fuck is sheetrock?
I was like, bitch, you are dead inside.
You have nothing to look forward to in your day.
I do import export for sheetrock.
Dude, I would rather smash my balls on the cement than do sheetrock
I would
import.
sheetrock my dick. Oh my god,
bro. See, that's what I mean. But you know the fuckery is here that they're trying to tell people to come back to work, and now people are comfortable. They're like, yo, why would I put on pants now and go back to talk to people I don't care about and have small talk by the fridge when Craig's trying to pick up his ham sandwich?
Some of them got Stockholm syndrome. I've seen some people. Oh, what? I've actually been pretty more efficient back at the office. I'm like, you suck my dick.
Suck my asshole.
There's no way you're
There's no
happy.
way. There's no way.
The coffee machine's broken. They keep moving your food out of the fridge.
Oh, God.
There's so many reasons you guys should fight people at your job.
This is, no,
yeah, you should be able to fight at least one person a day.
Here's the people that need the escape, and the escape is work, with seeing their friends at work, or like the people that like going to school to see.
Some people have shitty house lives.
Well,
that's
that's different.
Very true.
That's fine. That's different, I'd say. But for the most part, I feel like most people aren't like that, where they don't want to even do this job.
I think we feel that way because we are so passionate. And
very, very fiery.
And it's hard to believe that anyone else could not think this way.
But people don't see it the same way we see it.
Yeah, no.
And in many aspects, but that's okay. There has to be different thought processes.
Like they can't. That's why.
That's another problem.
You gotta bring it to that's
a whole other thing.
Whole other thing, because that applies to more than even their jobs right now. That applies to, because there's so many times where people aspire to be something or dream of being at a certain point. Then a nigga goes, "Hey yo, your audition to be at that certain point is tomorrow. You good with that?" Now they go, "Oh shit, I gotta actually like do what I said I was gonna do. I gotta be who I said I was gonna be."
I know.
I don't know if I'm ready for that, and they shy away.
Yeah.
And they put it off because a lot of people don't really believe in themselves, bro. It's
Trust
crazy.
me, bro. And obviously it has to do with the society and the standards, their family, their friends, influence, and it just like it trickles down.
Societal pressures, man.
That's why people say, "Oh, only 1% of people make it in the entertainment industry."
Yeah,
but I see it as I'm gonna be that 1% then, bitch.
But that 1%, they're talking about the uber famous people. I don't care to be that 1%, my nigga.
Not even. I mean,
make me that 20% in the middle. Where I'm making good, decent, comfortable money.
Right.
I have a devoted fan base, and people leave me the fuck alone.
That's it.
That's the greatest. I might be a fucking cartoon voice in the future. Who knows?
Oh, that's great.
Just to have my anonymity.
Literally. That's actually the best situation.
Oh, voice actors got it nice.
Like, once you start hitting fucking, like, I don't know, like, well, Justin Bieber status is fucked. That's too high.
Oh, my God.
That's too high.
I would never want to be top.
That's too much, bro.
No way, bro. If I was that famous, I would move somewhere very remote and
like
very
island.
like how Dave Chappelle's in Ohio.
Right, it's not as
3,000 people.
Yeah.
He can chill and he grew up there, which is even better. So it's like he's used to the surroundings. If you're blessed enough to live in a small or grew up in a small town, go back.
He's in the Keswick of Ohio. Bro.
Literally, yeah.
Go back. Like that ass. When you get uber famous and super rich, go back to Keswick.
Bro, I'm going to Sutton. Forget Keswick.
Create some distance, because people, especially when you go to a town where, I noticed this is the thing with small towns when you're famous. Everyone has a chip on their shoulder because here comes this big city slicker.
Oh, big slicker.
Thinking he's a big shot.
Look
they
at this
treat
guy.
you like shit or normal on purpose
to
bring your head down, literally, so that they don't have to deal with your bullshit.
I know.
So I think going to a small town is like the formula.
It is. And
it is the most humbling thing, I guess, as a celebrity to move to.
Kanye in Wyoming, that's where he found God.
Yeah, because I mean, but to be fair, man, there's still times where when I'm at home, like people do recognize me over there too. So I gotta go even more north then, and that's now.
Well, it's recognizing you, but you're still in a big enough town where it's like I'm not gonna see you every
Every
day.
day, yeah,
So if
exactly.
I see you every couple weeks,
Right.
I'm gonna freak out every single
Yeah.
time. You got to be somewhere where you go to the grocery store and you're probably gonna see the lady you saw the last time you were at the grocery store.
Yeah, it's like regular. You're a regular.
You're a
Just
regular.
like she's a regular.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Fucking one of those. You need a town with one gas station.
Which is what I have.
Beautiful. You're good.
And it's never
always
open.
expensive as fuck.
That's all.
That's why we we walked here, bro.
Oh, good
That's
old
perfect,
Keswick
man.
trick.
I don't know, but
What do you got coming up?
a lot of shit, man. I'm actually working on a big YouTube show. I don't think I can say that. Can I say the name or no? Not yet.
Not yet.
Is
Is that your manager?
Yeah.
Hey.
My brother, my manager. Yeah.
He said not yet with his legs crossed. I was like, that is.
With the hand up. Oh, you kept him ready to go, man.
Because if it was like this, not yet, I would be like, oh, okay, these niggas doing drugs, money laundering. But he did it with his legs crossed. I'm like, he sips espresso.
That's so true.
That's a man of culture.
The executive leg cross for sure.
The leg cross is major manager
major
vibes.
key.
That was the male
Major key.
Sharon
I would
Stone and
never
Sliver.
have a manager that doesn't cross their legs. I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell
I
you
know.
that right now. What's the point?
Literally.
I'm not getting the deals.
No, fuck you.
Who's taking you seriously like this? Yeah, my client would
Yeah, get out. Get out.
get the
Get the fuck out of my
here.
house. Yeah.
Don't
No.
come back to HBO again. Imagine HBO won't
Coffee
even
time.
take you.
No, yeah. It's a YouTube show that we're doing. It's a year-long thing, and it's dropping April 7th on my YouTube page. It's gonna be. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. I'm actually gonna be able to have the opportunity and the access to get different guests on the show. So I want
Sick.
to bring other people like you guys, even
Let's get it.
if I find certain segments that will work. And then also I'm working on a stand-up tour eventually too. I want to do my first stand-up tour
Nice.
across the country, at least for now.
Sick.
And just a lot of stand-up shows I'm headlining coming up, and that's it. Yeah. And
Is stand up like the main goal?
yeah.
Nice.
I fucking love stand-up, man. Stand-up is one of my favorite things out of anything in the world right now.
Yeah.
And you guys know, it's like when you're on stage, when we get real laughs and in person in real time, nothing beats that feeling. Drug?
Put it in my veins.
Literally, it's
Well, I met you as a comedian before I knew you
yeah,
were a YouTuber.
exactly, yeah.
So I always wondered if there was a time when you're like, nah, I'm just gonna stay on one side, or like this one's doing better, so let me just stay here, or you're forever gonna just
Everything,
come back
bro.
to
Everything, right?
I want to do it all, man.
Fuck
It's like why?
yeah, man.
It's like that every time I've met stand-up comedians, for some reason they're very like always bitter and negative. Typically, right? It's always like, oh yeah, like no, you gotta make it a stand-up. You gotta fucking get the punches in. You do the 1,000 sets in a night,
Yup.
and fucking eat shit on the
Yup.
grass and whatever. It's like you don't have to do that, bro. You can make content on this at the same time.
Content a lot of the times can be
It can
converted
actually-
to stand up.
Literally, that's why it's like I don't understand. It's like that's the easiest formula, but not a lot of people do that. But I'm like,
People were like, "Yo, you just started doing stand up. How are you so confident on stage? How are you so
Yeah,
this
yeah.
and that?" I'm like,
Bro.
I was hosting fucking
Literally.
culture shows at universities
exactly.
and fucking emceeing dingy clubs and
Yeah.
bars for years. Like,
That's what I'm
I
saying.
know what it's like to be on stage
Right.
and not get a response.
yeah, 100%.
I'm very comfortable with it, and I know how to handle it.
Exactly.
So-
and so that's why I feel like content is it should be the foundation of stand-up comedians. That should be the thing that springs you forward more than anything.
Yeah.
It's like and that's the thing. A lot of stand-up comedians talk shit about stand-up comics who do content. Oh, like it's cringe. Oh, he's making videos. Oh, like, those little videos. I'm like, bro,
'cause they
I can
can't-
sell out a fucking stadium. You can't sell out a fucking room in a
They don't
basement.
believe in us until we put them on the show and show
Literally.
them.
Then you're like, yo,
Yeah.
yo.
These are the numbers,
Yeah.
and they go, "Yo, great fucking show
Literally,
tonight,
great
man."
set. Yo, great set.
Even
what the
before they went on,
Yeah.
it was like, "Yo, fucking great night, huh?"
Yeah.
Because you guys are used to 5 fucks in a
Literally in a
dingy bar
dungeon, bro.
Yeah,
Literally,
in a
I've done those, and
basement.
I've done those.
Same.
It humbles me.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I'm
That's
like,
when I realized, though, because I coming into this arena, I had an idea of what stand up was, and I really only thought stand up happened in absolute yucks. Like those are type of places.
Yeah.
First place I ever did was Fox and the Fiddle.
Oh,
right?
fuck. Classic. I've been there many times.
Up there in Woodbridge. And
Oh, shit. Even worse. I thought you said.
yeah, no, not the good one. Not the other one. Not the good one.
Oh, God.
No.
That's fucking horrendous.
Yeah, that was my first set ever. And I forgot what I was supposed to say. And I just talked about Precious taking a shit. No, I did pretty well, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I did too well. I should have bombed harder. So I would have learned my lesson. Because the next time
now
I did stand
humble.
up. Oh, my God. Lewin did... He rented out. He got humble too. He rented out Metro Convention Center.
Good luck.
Yeah, and it
Are
was
you
me, 4 y'all.
No.
Oh no.
Spoken Reasons,
Wait, these are all doing stand up?
and we're all doing stand up.
No, bro. Don't. I'm gonna leave right now. I'm gonna get up and
Come
on, man.
And 4 y'all was hosting it. It was Trey and Jay hosting it.
Fuck me.
And they have never done stand up.
Oh my God.
I'm second time doing stand up ever. I'm in the fucking back chugging bottles of Henny. I threw up
my
Eminem
God.
style. Someone comes to my door. You're on. I fucking go on stage. Eat shit. I told comedian Tricks to come so that he could see my set.
Yeah, these save
And I'm watching him just fucking disappointed. to see there's fucking 40 people in a place that holds like 700. It was bad. It was really bad. It humbled us all. It made us all better. Because now look at Lewin's event. Sold out.
That's good. Yeah, at least he found his niche, right?
You know what I
You do your
mean?
thing.
So
But that's really humbling, bro.
it was super
That's very embarrassing.
very bad.
Oh,
very
God.
bad. And to be honest, I got some laughs, but
No.
I
No,
came off
those were
stage,
pity laughs.
Those
I
are
was
pity
supposed
laughs.
to get
Those are
I was
pity
supposed to do 10 minutes. I did 3
Holy shit.
because I was like, this is. I'm just gonna save you all and leave. And I was stupid drunk because I was so
Yeah, you got
nervous.
hammered, yeah.
I was getting hammered, bro.
Oh god, that's and Henny of all fucking alcohol.
I got to the back and I
guy's
took
yelling.
the biggest shit.
You got
It was
shitted on, so
bad.
you had to shit.
Oh, this guy got
Take it
the
off.
dookie nerves.
My vomit was still in the toilet.
Oh fuck,
It was just a weird soup.
bro!
This is fun.
I feel you though, man. That's crazy, bro. Like
It was bad, man.
It's actually sometimes you need that. You need to get humbled.
No,
hard.
I needed it. I needed it badly,
It's
especially at
necessary.
that time.
Yeah,
because
you need it. You think you're nice, and then you.
all boards, I was killing shit.
Of course.
Killing shit at
Naturally.
that time. Bada had just came out. I had shit Toronto people say, shit Jamaican people say, part 1, 2, Valentine's.
Yeah.
I just
You were
kept
firing.
hitting
Yeah,
gold.
yeah.
And then that happened, and I was like, hey, yo.
I am not as funny as I thought I was.
Dead ass. And that's
Yeah.
when I really, because I had always loved stand-up comedy. I used to like, me and this girl would sit on the phone every single night at 10 o'clock and watch Comic View.
Oh wow.
And critique the
Yeah.
comedians.
Wow.
And so that's how I fell in love with stand-up.
Nice.
But I used to download, I remember I just tried downloading a song once, and I accidentally downloaded Def Jam Comedy.
Oh sick.
And it was the one with Bernie Mac, Chris Tucker,
Oh fuck.
Martin, Hamburger, and there's some other guy.
Burger.
And it
Wow.
was like probably one of the most iconic episodes, and I memorized it, and I was like, yo, I gotta do this one
Right.
day.
That's sick.
Didn't think I was gonna do it ever. MTV Creeps. I don't know if you remember MTV
Yeah,
Creeps.
A little bit, yeah.
I was on that show. I made it to like the
Oh.
semifinals, and the challenge was to do stand-up comedy.
Oh shit.
And they wrote our set for us.
What?
Yeah, it was
They're
fucking...
not comedians.
Bro,
They wrote your set for you?
they wrote my set for me, and
the
it was
producers?
5 minutes about my eyelashes. I changed that shit up so fast. They brought me to Absolute, and
that's fuck.
did it on TV at
Oh,
Absolute.
no. Oh
And
no.
I killed it. I actually did really
What?
well.
Really?
Yeah, I actually did really. I don't know if the crowd just had pity on us or
Probably.
what.
They were
Yeah.
actors. They're all
But they
They're
knew,
actors,
they
paid
knew-
actors.
Imagine.
That's what it's MTV Creeps. They paid everyone.
They knew we were like
They're all
we
union.
weren't comedians. Like they announced that they're
Oh,
doing a
okay.
show and everything like that. So I
okay.
think people were like sympathetic.
Sympathetic?
To that.
Okay.
Plus, I look like a fucking little scrawny kid.
yeah.
Yeah.
So after that is when I was
How old
like,
were
I
you?
got the bug. I was probably 20, 21.
Oh, okay. You're young. That's when I started actually. When I
Yeah.
was 20. Yeah.
2021. But yo, man.
That's crazy, bro. I know.
been amazing
It's such
having
a
you on,
cool
man.
journey to see that though, eh? see,
I
you know,
love it.
after all these years.
I love it. Watching my old that tape and watching like my new shit now, I'm just like,
Night and day.
wow. Like there's something you do have to do reps and to form the joke and get it fully in its final form.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm not with the thousands of sets and like doing every single little hole in the wall.
You don't gotta
like,
be David Hoggins with your freaking
David Joggins?
You don't have to
3
be
spots
him
a
all
night.
the
David
time,
Goggins,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's people they're like, yeah, I did 4 sets today, 4 different mics. I'm like, sick.
Well,
But I'm like,
here's the
20
thing.
people in total.
Well, I know. Okay, that's the thing. That because you can very easily like mix that up with like you're just doing the same set over 4 times.
yeah.
That's different. That's actually good if you're trying to get your stage presence
True.
better.
Yeah.
If
But if you're trying to fix your material, that's complete. It's you're doing 1 set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not 4. So that's the biggest misconception there. And it's good to hustle like that at the first 2-3 years, I'd say, of your
or
stand-up
whenever it
comedy
is
career.
that you need to. It's just like training before a fight. Like if you're recording an album, if you're doing a big tour, like fine, get your reps in, do whatever it is you have to do. But like, if that's your regiment, just to say that you're doing
That you're hustling,
much, like I'm hustling.
Yeah.
You don't need.
But then if you suck and you're doing 4 shows,
What does it matter?
It's just like
You're not learning
just
anything.
Especially
reinforcing
if you're doing
shitty ass
shitty,
material. Like,
Especially if you're doing 4 shows and there's 5 people at each of them.
And bro, not even that. 5 people. They're like one time. I tell this story. It's infamous open mic story I have. Is I did a open mic at this place. This guy comic called Van Dad ran it at this fucking attic. And he knows because it was a fucking attic. I couldn't even fit up the stairs. I had to walk diagonally up the stairs like this.
God.
Cardar.
Bro, you could fit maybe 7 people up there. He runs the mic for 7 hours. It starts at 6 p.m., ends at 2 a.m. So, yeah, I know. So he
It's a
put...
rotating audience?
No. Yeah, like whoever comes in and goes. It's like, yo, a squirrel could walk in and come out and you'll be good. Like the comics be like, yeah, audience, right?
Wow.
So I was in my first year of doing comedy. And I'm like hustling. I'm trying to like I'm traveling from Etobicoke. That's where I was living at the time. Streetcarring it all the way downtown, hour this way, signing up here, going to another mic, signing up my name, and then doing a set there, coming back to the other one.
Yeah.
Right? That's how it really worked at the beginning. And I signed up at 6 p.m. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna put you up, man. Yeah, he's like chaotic guy, and he's like, yeah, whatever. He's like, oh yeah. He's not even looking at me. He's facing the other way. Yeah. Yeah, he knows.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, bro. I don't know, man.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I'll put you up. Yeah, does anyone have a cigarette? Like, what?
Why does he sound like Ed the Sock?
He's like,
Maybe it was
Ed the
him. Maybe
Sock
it was him
persona.
because you don't see his face. But no, so I signed up and I had to wait till 1:47 a.m. I remember vividly
Jesus Christ.
because I was like I was first on the list. I didn't know at the time that you get bumped because of your seniority in the stand-up scene.
Oh, yeah.
So I was a newbie, right?
Yeah.
And then there's semi-pros, there's amateurs, there's pros, and then there's like whatever. They're friends.
Yeah.
He puts on like 50 comics before me. I get bumped like crazy the whole night. I'm waiting.
Jesus
And I wait because
Christ.
I'm like, I'm fucking hustler, bro.
Yeah.
I told my dad I'm dropping out. I'm in 100%. I can't leave this mic.
Yeah.
I got to do my 10-minute set. I wait till 1:47. There's me, one drunk guy, and his dog. Okay? Van Dad goes up. All right, guys.
Guys?
All right, guy.
The audacity.
Bro, I swear to God. He's like,
All right, y'all.
Wow, I'd be vexed.
no, he goes, I was cheese, bro. He's like, all right, guys, he's hammered. It's like 2 a.m. You thought he's fucked at 6 p.m.? Dude, 2 a.m.? This guy was another planet, bro. This guy, this was a fucking
This is old Van Damme.
This is old,
He's
yeah,
changed,
bro.
like,
And this is like he's like fucking Persian guy speaking Chinese at 2 a.m. Like, why are you speaking another language? So, so he's like, all right, guys, so that's the end of our show. Oh wait, we have one more guy.
from first to last.
First to last, bro.
Yo,
I swear to God,
I
it's so.
would wanna kill
I
this
know
guy.
this was the most like humbling experience in my stand-up
Your
years.
patience is.
Patience was crazy. Patience. So I waited. He calls me up. I finally go up. I'm like, I cried because I was like, no one's here anymore. And I waited fucking 7 hours to get on stage. And I thought I was gonna go up earlier. There's at least some people there.
Yeah.
I go up. I grab the mic. I turn around. The drunk guy is passed out, foaming out of his mouth, and then the dog is staring at me. And Van Dad left. He left as soon as he gave me the mic. So now I'm staring at a fucking wall doing my fat jokes that no one gives a fuck. Crying.
And no one's there to even see you cry. Like, I'm on there like,
I'm on there like, is it just me or is it fat in here? The Dog's like, ooh, roo, roo, roo. Man is down there yelling at a homeless person. Oh, you got him.
Yo, bro. That was your first comedy experience?
No, that wasn't my first. It was my first year. So it was like I was like 3-4 months in at the time. I was 3 more. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
That was my first time at that mic though. That was my first time at that. It was an attic. So.
Oh God.
Yeah. So
What I respect about you is that you stuck it out.
I go to therapy, nigga.
Yo,
bro, true story, bro.
At some
true
point,
story.
like,
Oh God.
a lot of the majority of people would have left and said, "I'm better."
Dude, I was
than
about
this."
to leave, but I was like, I remembered in my head, if I leave, I go back on my word of saying I'm gonna go 100% every day, and dedicate my life to my craft. And I stayed. I stuck it through, and I fucking did it. I cried on the way home. It was sad. There was a homeless guy injecting himself with a fucking needle on the way back to Etobicoke, Crack Central. And that's it, man. You know,
But look how much laughter you can get from pain.
Well,
man.
that's what I'm saying. It's, at the end of the day, it's like, oh, it's just an experience. It's a cool story to tell after, and obviously, you know, I love telling it. And you know, it shows you where you came from, and you kind of remind yourself that, oh, okay, you remember where you started and the people you grew up with, and whatever, and so on and so on. So yeah, it's just
amazing having you, brother. You have. Listen, you've carved out a niche for yourself, not only in the city, I feel like in this country. I don't think there's anybody that does what you do better than what you do.
Bro.
As well as you do.
You do, especially. Like, you could tell you put so much dedication into your craft, and like just the amount of content alone is admirable. Even you could have been asked, and I'd be like, "Yo, that's fucking crazy."
Right? Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So the fact that you're talented on top of that, man,
Thanks,
is just
man.
a bonus. Thank
And
you
you're
for coming
endearing
through.
as fuck, bro.
Thanks,
like,
man.
there's
Yeah,
such a likability factor about you
I
that
appreciate that.
cannot go unnoticed.
Thanks,
Like,
man.
there's something about you from the moment I said, like, I fucking love this guy. You know?
I appreciate
I
that.
love this guy vibe about you.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, man.
And the comedy
bro.
show too. Friggin', we just did a show together the other
the
day.
theater, yeah.
And you could hear people in the audience while you're on stage. And
they're
they're
waiting.
loving
Oh, really?
You. They're like, oh,
Wow,
can't
wow.
wait to finally
They're
see
loving
him.
this guy.
That's
like,
dope, man.
Yeah,
Fuck.
man.
Let's skit, like doing stand up.
That's crazy.
So.
Thanks,
Bro,
man.
keep
Yeah,
it up,
honestly,
man.
I appreciate those kind words, and this is why I love doing what I do, because of people like you guys who also recognize, and because you're doing the same
man. The
thing.
peers always
the people
see
who
it.
actually like you guys get it, you know.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it makes me happy coming from you guys. So thank you, I appreciate that.
Thanks for coming through,
Yeah,
brother.
for sure, man.
You
Yeah,
already
definitely.
know.
My G.
Neema Naz. Make sure you guys follow him on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. He's got a new show April 7th on YouTube. And he's got a ton of stand-up shows. So
Yeah.
look out for him on his socials, and you guys will see him there.
Yeah.
American people freaky with pum pum. British men they'll sip tea with pum pum. Jamaican man say them no eat pum pum, but some a liar them a hide and a eat the pum pum. You are black pum pum and Chinese pum pum, white pum pum, Hispanic pum pum, Haitian pum pum, Indian pum pum. Every man and every woman come from pum pum. They in love with shawty.
The poetic styles of Spice.
Yes.
Capitalizing. We love a capitalizing queen. Jamaica's doing the things right now, man. Listen,
That song's gonna go hard on Pride.
I say Spice is our new queen.
Goodness.
We're getting rid of the monarchy.
Yes.
Queen doesn't slap. She does not slap at all. Shorty just caught COVID. Didn't she just have COVID?
I think so.
Yeah, no. We got to get her out of here. What's his name? What's the son's name? Not the one we like. Charles.
Yeah.
That's his son? Yeah. Wait, not Diana. It's the son's son.
Oh, Harry or
Harry's the one we like.
or
See, we don't remember that name.
Yeah.
We do not. Andrew?
no
No.
Prince
Chuck?
William. Prince William.
William?
Chuck?
It's Prince William.
William?
Will?
I'm going to call him Chuck.
Chuck.
Bill.
Bill?
Prince Bill.
Prince Bill. Prince Bill and his
Bill-
ting.
Billy Boy.
What's his ting's name?
Can he-
Brown-haired one.
For the brown-haired one.
Sally. We're going to call her Sally.
It's the Duchess of. Oh,
I'm going to call her Chuck.
Call her
hey, I
Chuck.
think it's Kate. It's Kate.
Kate?
Kate is Kate. Bill and Kate.
Kate? It's not Katie. It's just Kate.
I think it's Kate.
Kate is just much more boring. but that's on brand.
It's the one next to Karen.
Karen. Wow, yeah, that is pretty close, isn't it? That is pretty fucking close.
The license plate name tags, Karen is right after Kate.
It's
Or it's right before
it's
Kate.
the CVS version.
Yeah. CBS.
The CVS version. Yeah, man. Whatever y'all name is, y'all don't slap. Y'all niggas do not slap like you used to.
You ain't got the spice.
Y'all ain't got the spice or the seasonings, even though you
pepper.
pillaged for all of them. Like, really, realistically, what does the monarchy do anyways? Like, for the places that are still under the monarchy, what do they do for them?
The monarch.
Yeah, collect rent. Yeah.
All I see these niggas do is tour.
They just collect rent. Yeah.
Do they actually collect rent?
That's it.
Wait, people actually give them money like to this day?
Yeah.
Who? Which one of y'all niggas?
Bro,
Wait,
you didn't know?
you're
didn't know
dead
that?
ass?
I'm dead ass.
Yes.
People, wait,
Queen collects.
Yeah, she collects.
Is that what the
kingdom?
tour is?
The kingdom collects.
The tour is just. For
is the tour collecting money?
No. Just show my face.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just show a face. Show his face.
You know how disrespectful that fucking tour is? Do you know how disrespectful
Just
the
know I'm
Commonwealth
coming here
tour is?
to pick up my money.
Imagine you and your friends. You and 7 of your friends.
Yes.
All have house parties.
Right.
Just 1 month after the other.
Yes.
The same person that was at the first house party goes to all 7 of them and fucks up the party. Okay? They steal. People looking at for their phones. You know what? Yo, no one's leaving till I find my phone, eh?
Yeah.
They left.
Right.
They got the phone. They ate your food. They killed your little brother. He's upstairs.
Yeah.
And then they come back next year. And every year after that. And not only are you happy they're there, you build a bamboo throne for them and carry them around places.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Yes. That. Yeah.
My thing is
Yeah.
like, yo, there's so much like things changing, right? But at some point, we have to look at some of the things that were changing and be like, yo, how did you guys, come on.
How did it go this long?
Bro!
Really?
How did it get to here?
We
Yeah.
were the ones.
How did we get
were
here?
the only ones that noticed this.
The
Yes.
more
How
I
did
think
not-
about it, the more I'm like, yo, Rosa Parks was a superhero. If you think about people's spines and backbones,
Yeah.
Rosa Parks was a superhero, bro. Because if you think of how much shit these niggas let slide for so, and specifically these niggas let slide for so long. And realistically, I can't even say that because I don't want to disrespect them. There's a lot of people that fought for us before.
Right.
A lot of people. So I don't want to disrespect them. But also, it's probably the only reason we can or do things about it is because we have the internet.
That's
if
very
our
true.
generation didn't have the internet,
That's a voice that we never had. That's an amplifier that we never really had.
that our parents had never had, our grandparents never had, and who's to say if Rosa Parks had Facebook, shit wouldn't be lit.
Right.
So it's like, realistically, they might have been more lit. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King would have been killing Twitter.
Ooh.
I have a dream in 140 characters.
Or a live stream. If I had a dream.
He hashtags I have a dream at that point.
Oh
At
yeah.
that point, he's making it
Oh.
a trending topic.
Yeah. He owns the hashtag.
How much followers does Martin Luther King have? Every March, it got to go up like.
Get your I have a subscribe
2,000.
and get a free tote bag. I
Oh,
have a
he's
dream tote
definitely
bag.
doing button clips
Oh, he's got merch. He's definitely got merch. Oh yeah.
with fists.
Hearing Martin Luther King go, make sure to press subscribe, like, and make sure to leave a comment.
McDonald's gives him his
wild.
own meal.
Oh my god!
They don't even put anything in separate boxes. They just, all together. We're
My
not
filet of
segregating
fish.
anything.
My filet of fish is your filet of fish.
They don't segregate any of the food. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Yo, does Martin Luther King wear the D-Ray vest?
What's the D-Ray vest?
You never seen that guy D-Ray McKesson? He's a civil rights, I guess, activist.
Okay.
In modern day, and he wears this blue vest a lot. It's like it's for me. It's like we're looking at Bart Simpson every time I see him. It's like that's you, that's your thing. And
that's what he chose. That's his...
so funny, bro. There was Planet of the Apes came out, the part 2. And there's one monkey in the fucking trailer, dog. And he's wearing a blue vest.
That's supposed to be
And
him.
he went on Twitter and ranted about how they put him as a monkey in this movie. And everyone was like, bro.
Relax.
Like, because put it this way, it wasn't like it was like the first thing he had complained about race-wise. Yeah. There's a lot of things, rightfully so, that he brings up as topics and as issues in the community. So, but after saying all of those, and then this is the other, this one comes along. It's Twitter. This is you. Come on, you know people aren't gonna make sense on Twitter.
They're not gonna read the context.
No one's gonna read the context or care that maybe it could have been you. It could have been poking fun at you for sure. But no one's gonna read into that, bro. Like, just you gotta eat that humble pie at that point, man.
Really? Why you? Why would they? Yeah, I would have been part of that side.
But that's because that's the problem, right? Even if it is you, you shouldn't have thought it was you. How dare you have the confidence in yourself?
How dare you?
How dare you have the confidence in yourself to think that they will put you, and your dirty little vest.
I was gonna say that was probably you, but now that you say it's you, it ain't you.
That's the thing. You gotta let other people say it, cause niggas would have definitely put, "Hey, yo, they got that nigga D-Ray in Planet of the Apes."
And then he could own that and be like, "You see,
motherfucks
is tripping.
Lacha.
See what they doing to us?" And it would have played to his narrative.
But anyways, free Jamaica.
Bomb.
And they expect the Caribbean countries to pay for the trip.
They expect the Caribbean countries to
pay for the trip, the entire trip. By the way, just to round that all up. By the way,
tour?
just to they front the bill. Yes.
So that,
the whole time.
so that Commonwealth is her wealth.
So think about
That's
that.
the only thing everyone
Think about
has
that.
in
That's the
common.
only thing
Think
in
about
common
that.
is that
Yes.
everyone's
This is all
giving.
mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, think about that.
So I'm coming to do my Commonwealth tour.
My God.
Obviously not Barbados.
Yeah, not Barbados though.
And I think that's why they're doing the tour.
Or Haiti.
Jamaica.
Yeah, they don't go to
says-
Haiti either, yeah,
Jamaica has
correct.
said that as soon as them leave, they're starting the due diligence to become a republic and to become independent. So big up on yourself.
The Jamaican Republic. That has a nice ring to it. The Jamaican. Welcome to the
Jamaican Republic. Then you just hear that in the distance. You
Or
just
would
hear
it
a
be
gunshot.
the
The Republic of Jamaica. Either way. Either way, dog. You know what I mean?
That kind of slaps.
You know what I mean?
Expensive.
So would that-
expensive.
So would that make
Either
Jamaicans
way.
Republicans?
Trump for me. Yeah, no, I don't know what's going on with that, but listen, more power to the people,
Yes.
literally and figuratively.
Big up.
One place niggas don't have power: the Grammys.
Yes.
The Grammys
this is true.
have banned Kanye from performing. Now,
Okay.
Was that for Trevor?
yeah, they claimed it was for his online media antics and because Trevor Noah is also hosting, which Trevor Noah tweeted, "I said to counsel Kanye, not cancel Kanye." So big up Trevor Noah
That was a sick line.
for sticking up for a fellow black man.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't need to, especially the way he's been talking about him.
Yeah.
He didn't need to do that, but he still did it. And that shows that I like when people do that because it reassures me that it comes from a place of care. He wants Kanye to be better. You know what I mean? And he admires him to some regard to actually care enough to say, yo, you need to get some help. And so, yeah.
And he didn't do it the way Skeet did.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, he didn't say I'm in bed with your wife,
Yeah.
nigga.
He didn't do
It was a hard ER, actually. So that whole text message was a hard ER. In my
Yeah,
books.
exactly. The tone of it was all hard.
What about that whole thing about Whack 100 saying, Kanye said,
Don't touch him.
We're not allowed to touch him. We're not
Well,
allowed to do anything.
I think that was a great move.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I think yes.
Wack was playing chess there. Especially if you are a gangster, that is gangster 101. I feel like that's the old ways,
Yeah.
and Wack is an old dude. That's the old ways of pretending like you're gonna do absolutely nothing. Me? Come on, man, and do it very convincingly too. He didn't say it in a way that was
So
that
if
could be
anything happens,
read.
it ain't me. I said,
Yeah.
don't do it.
Yeah,
And if it's done, it has nothing to do with me because I don't want nothing.
Kanye specifically said to us, "Don't touch homie, don't talk to homie, don't say nothing to homie. You come in the room and you got to roll it up." But the Grammys have banned Kanye. Now, the Grammys have banned Kanye. They dissed Drake. Remember when he did that speech and they cut him off because he was telling people you don't need this Grammy and you don't need the Grammys to validate you. And
Let's talk about that.
They cut the #1 artist in the world speech short.
Pretty much, and still
If
at
that's
the
not
height
a-
of where he's at. Yes.
That's, like,
yes.
you guys keep getting examples of what Kanye's talking about and just not accepting it as truth.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how fucking good you are. It doesn't matter how elite you are. LeBron got told to shut up and dribble.
Right.
LeBron James got told to shut up and dribble. If Michael Jordan never said anything, they tell that nigger to shut up.
Just shut the fuck up. Yep. Yep.
Antonio Brown won a Super Bowl. They told that man he's crazy and he needs to shut up. There's
Nuts.
countless moments of disrespect to the most elite of black people in their chosen fields that silence them or discredits them, right?
Right.
There's no difference at the Grammys. If Drake could get cut off, that means any of you niggas could get cut off.
Oh.
If Kanye could get banned from performing, any of you niggas could get banned from performing.
Easily.
You know how much your fucking streams go up after you're at the Grammys? Just showing up on screen. Your
Flash.
streams can shoot up.
Little three
You could
second.
be wearing the right thing that night, and your streams could shoot up.
Gone.
There's so many opportunities that are taken away from you when they decide you're not our criteria this year.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe another year when we allow you. This is an award show from my peers.
Unless you're Macklemore. I feel like he's the only one that won a Grammy, and they're like, yeah, that was the most detrimental thing in your career.
Who?
Macklemore.
No, but who said there was the most detrimental thing of his career?
I'm saying it ended up being the most detrimental thing in his career.
Well, the Grammys have been losing credibility since the 90s. Let's be very real.
Sure.
You got Nas.
Little by
Didn't
little.
win one till when?
Last year.
Last year?
Little by
You
little.
got
Oh, yeah.
the countless artists that we know. Ludacris doesn't have a Grammy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the list goes on
Yeah.
of countless niggas that deserve the Grammy. And
Bob Marley, Jimi Hendrix. There's a list. Yeah.
there's a list.
But anyways.
And this is just adding to it.
Yeah.
You banned Kanye, you dissed Drake, you dissed The Weeknd. Who else?
Yeah,
You
The
dissed
Weeknd.
Beyonce more than once. You dissed Jay-Z more than once. Who's gonna be left?
Yeah.
And Jay Prince got the formula down. That nigga said, yo, Drake, Nicki Minaj, Weeknd, Kanye, do a concert. Same time as the Grammys and televise it.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
Do a concert,
That would
Nicki
be-
Minaj, Drake, The Weeknd, and Kanye, and see if anybody watches the puny little Grammys. You can take artists need to realize their power. And that's what Kanye has realized, and people want to call him crazy for that. It's the same reason the nigga got the STEM player selling millions in the first 24 hours.
I ain't
And
gonna
he's the
hold
only
you.
one on the
I want
streaming
one.
service.
Yeah, I
and he's
want
getting
one.
paid 100%.
I definitely want one for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
LeVar Ball said, my sons aren't going to no college. Sorry. Y'all, you guys could do that. Lonzo did that. It was whatever. Europe. We'll come back.
Circle
why I
back.
feel bad for
Let's start our
We'll
own
circle
sneaker
back.
company.
Yep.
Let's start our own sneakers. We don't need Nike. You don't need signing the majors. We'll make our own. Recoup all that money. Hold it. Go to the NBA regardless. All three of them at some point were in the NBA. And everybody called that nigga crazy. Remember we were on this podcast, the only people supporting him?
Can't say nothing. Seen the journey.
They're calling that man crazy, bro.
One of the brothers, G League, everything straight in, and still made it.
Same thing needs to happen with the NFL. Same thing needs to happen with the NBA. Niggas need to wake up and start your own shit.
That's it.
You got the money, and you have the fan base. They don't have the fans. Nobody's fucking riding hard for Steve Kerr on the bench. Yeah. We love Steve. Sorry to use you as an example, but we don't come to see Steve. We came to see Steph.
Straight up.
But it's also the team itself. Like the tie to the city's team is like a big thing too. Because even if you wanted to start something new, like trying to build a brand new fan base off a brand new.
It'll be light work if everybody goes. Because it's news if everybody goes. If everybody goes, whatever, Big Three, for example. Ice Cube started Big Three.
Yeah, that works.
Remember when Vince McMahon started the XFL?
XFL, my dude.
That is Vince McMahon.
He hates me.
That is a man who is the one of the premier leaders of entertainment on the planet. Sports entertainment. He is elite. Yep. And he couldn't lift that shit up off the ground. Why? Because who's there with you? Who's there with you? You don't have nobody reputable with you.
You do need the players, that's for sure.
You need the players. If the NFL players, if every black, if there was a, what's it called? Look at Ice Cube. Ice Cube got all the legendary old school players that we used to fuck with and love. And some of the ones that were really good and never got their due shine. Because they were with other players that were just monsters. Yeah. And they're flourishing. That league is doing amazing. So it's not to say it can't be done. You have an example. Yeah. And that's retired niggas playing half court. Yeah. What's the math to do in that situation?
Easy.
You guys have a players union. Y'all niggas email and CC each other. And bounce. Start your own shit.
Simple.
There's a white man as our logo. Doc. There's a white man as our logo that got slapped by Bill Russell 6 times.
Talk about it.
Do you understand? Like, he didn't become relevant again until Magic Johnson came into the league.
As a manager or as the backhand guy.
And that's your logo.
Yeah.
So who would be the replacement for the logo? Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be Jordan.
Yeah.
Easily.
If there's no question. Put the Jordan jump man, just slap it on there.
Yeah, so if it was the JBL, the Jordan Basketball League, and he just brought all the premier players.
Tell me niggas ain't riding.
100%.
Tell me Jordan doesn't have the funds to support.
Even support that too. Jordan, yeah, he probably has the funds to support that.
Jordan.
He could do a next like big three thing. Yeah, of course he could. Of course.
Come on, man. Niggas need to wake up, bro. Of
course he could.
And then he gives teams to every single great that was in the NBA. Or like one that he played, that he defeated. Like Charles, you get a team.
Brings in like them as coaches and shit.
When I'm making millions of dollars, nobody better be able to tell me I can or cannot say whatever I want. I can't swear.
Yeah, if it can be funded.
I can't hang on the rim. Do you see what's happening in college basketball, my nigga?
That wasn't even nothing either.
On a fast break, he's going top speed forward.
Like sprinting.
He 2 hands the ball, dunks.
No.
Hangs because the momentum is bringing him forward.
Yeah.
Swings back, doesn't showboat, doesn't say a word, and lands properly and starts running off tech.
Yeah. But a full sprint 1 foot takeoff, like there's no way. Like his body is momentum does what he swung through and then let go and then landed safely, turned around. Sure, nothing. Like simple. He wanted him to do a fucking backflip off the fucking rim.
You don't think I'm showboating?
Yeah, he wanted him to crack his neck. Like what?
And he teched him
and then he teched him up. If you see the clip, it's like, it's ridiculous. These refs need to calm down. They need to take a deep breath and they need to relax.
The league is just on some politics where it's like
next shit.
It reminds me of like, and it's a weird comparison, I know, but walk with me. Just let me land. You know how like you're supposed to hold the fork?
Yes.
Supposed to hold a fork?
Right.
Who says there's a fucking wrong way of holding a fork? What is the goal of using a fork or a spoon?
Attain
to get
food.
the food into your mouth.
Attain food.
What the fuck does it matter how or why I use it? You know why it matters? Because white people say, no, this is the classy way.
The
and
proper,
the slaves
yes, the
were
proper
holding
way.
it like this, so now you guys are less than us. It's just, they just create ways to make you feel less than, bro. Or to feel like what you're doing and being human being is wrong. Niggas got more sauce with the celebration dances. What'd they say? No more of that in the NFL.
Get that out of here.
Flag now.
Get that out of here.
Niggas are pulling up all types of stunts, bringing out cell phones, got the whole dance choreography. They said, no more of that.
Slurping your food and eating with your mouth open in Asia.
And you notice white boys started
know what I
doing
mean?
it, and then when white boys started doing it, that's when they said no more of that. They're not gonna let that creep into their homes, bro. I'm telling you, yo, there is a certain amount of blackness allowed to be appropriated in the home. Outside the home, do what you want.
Yeah. Yes.
But in the home,
just enough.
you're never gonna go to one of your white homies' house and he goes, "Yo, wagwan, mamzi." Even though he sees you on the road, he's like, "Yo, wagwan." He'll never fucking do that at home. Certain amount of blackness allowed in those white homes, dog. When they start seeing that shit seeping into their kids, yo, put a leash on it. But yeah, shout out to the Grammys. Pusha T. Arby's. The link up.
Weird.
Laying it down.
Weird?
Just because it's Arby's.
You're not feeling it?
It's Arby's.
Are you not feeling it?
I'm feeling it.
He used to.
So wait, Arby's to you doesn't make sense? To me, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Why?
I'll tell you after the song.
I'm the reason the whole world love it. Now I gotta crush it. Filet your fishes. Then you should be disgusted. How dare you sell a square fish, asking us to trust it? A half slice of cheese, Mickey D's on a budget. Arby's crispy fish is simply it. With lines round the corner, we might need a guest list. Eggs is stage left, the sandwiches taste fresh. A little cube of fish from a clown is basic. Say less, this argument is baseless. Drowned in tartar, that filet-o-fish is tasteless. See, Arby's only deals in the greatness. I bet the house on it like it's Vegas. Yeah. I could sell water to a well. How could you ever think I'd fail? Yeah, the crispy fish sandwich blazing trails. The mother clown's just too frail. Yeah, if you know me and you know me well, all fish is gonna tip that scale.
Little Coke reference at the end. He had to throw one in there, bro.
I'm like, fish scale motherfucker.
This guy said it. I'm like, how is he gonna throw Coke into this one?
I fucks with it.
Does he even need to?
What? Reference cocaine?
Listen, we've been saying, how's Arby's staying open, bro?
This is big. Yeah, this
How's
is big
Arby's
for
staying
them.
open for all these years?
This is big for
now all of
them.
a sudden, Arby's got Pusha T money.
They got Pusha
new album
T.
rollout, fresh Pusha T money. Who you know shop at Arby's, bro? Where's the Arby's? Tell me right now where Arby's is.
Yeah, there used to be one in Etobicoke, west of Etobicoke.
Black Creek.
Yeah, there used to be one there too as well. Yep, that's right. That's right.
I had one in my hood.
Tell me where one is right now.
But one right now,
Exactly,
I don't know.
nigga. Exactly.
I don't know, my nigga.
This is money laundering confirmed. That's all this.
Yeah, 100%.
They are definitely money laundering through the Arby's. They keep getting away with it. They keep getting away with it.
Keep doing it though.
Is
They
this
do.
the first? This might be the first diss track. Actually, oh, I lied. I thought this was the first diss track between companies.
He's comparing
But-
Drake to McDonald's.
Huh?
No, it's joking.
I mean, in terms of like someone that, like you said, McDonald's, right? Pusha T came up with a jingle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving it for McDonald's.
This is correct.
And
Original. Yep.
in this, he's dissing McDonald's,
It's such a turn of events.
right?
It's
And
such a turn of events.
I was about to say this is the
about
first
that
time
moment.
this has happened, but really the first diss track is the Verizon Sprint nigga. That Verizon nigga switched up. He's on Sprint commercials now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, can you hear me now? He's Sprint now.
He's a sprinter.
He's a Sprint man now. And they stole him and made a commercial about it. So that might be the first diss track. that might be the first diss track from somebody who was
Between brands.
on the other side, and now they're the ops. That's crazy. But yeah, shout out to Pusha T, man. That's
big money for him. It's a good look. Bro.
He goes up the hip hop list, I feel like, with this. You got 2 jingles for 2 fast food companies, and they let you make it a diss track, and you still did the Coke reference.
They let you go, like, despite all of your Coke activity and drug references, they said, hey, man, you know what? Snoop can do it. You can do it.
Snoop's in Call of Duty now.
Snoop's doing everything.
This guy is...
Snoop is a character in Call of Duty. They have lore. They have everything.
Even the voice, like, that's
for
right.
him.
They got his voice. They got everything.
Voice acting, everything.
He got. He also just got the Death Row Records.
Yeah.
Is his now. He's
That's
he's doing great.
Story,
he is doing absolutely great in life. Someone who's not doing great in life is Netflix. What the fuck going on, my nigga?
What the fuck are you guys doing over there, man? Calm the fuck down. What?
The reason why you're as big as you are is because everybody shares their motherfucking passwords and their accounts.
Yep. And now that's the one thing that's like keeping people on Netflix, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of them are not paying for it.
Yeah.
So they're just like, yeah, sure, I'll still watch it. Yeah. But if you take this away, I think they think people are gonna buy it now.
Yeah.
But no.
People are just gonna not do it just to spite them.
Just to spite them to see if you'll switch it back because they know you did.
Yeah, I'm ready to. Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah,
I know you had this business model before.
We'll hold off.
Let's get back to
We'll
it.
hold off for a year, or you know what? Just to spite you, we're getting HBO or we're getting something else.
No, they definitely will buy a streaming service, so it just won't be Netflix. Because I've had Netflix for so long, I probably watched everything
on Netflix.
And feel like I would feel like why would I pay now if I've seen everything and all I'm really watching are new releases and things I've seen already? Like, what's the point?
What the smart thing would be for them to do is release a whole bunch of new content and then say, you can't watch it without.
They can't afford that. What they need to do is say you need a vaccine.
Damn.
If you're not wearing your mask while you're watching,
you need a vaccine to watch all those other streaming services, not this one. But yeah, fuck Netflix for that.
Yeah, that's just super unfortunate.
If y'all want to be Blockbuster, just say that. If you guys want to be obsolete, just say that.
If you want to walk towards that direction, get ready.
It's not looking good for you guys. Also, who it's not looking good for, Maury, canceled. 3 decades, done, finished, finito.
By choice? Or by circumstance?
Not by choice. Funny story. Maury wanted to retire 6 years ago, but didn't because he wanted to let the staff there renew their contract one last time. So good for Maury.
So he did it for them.
These are 6 more somewhat years. Good youth.
These are good.
These are half good youth.
Somewhat good youth. I won't even say half.
Somewhat good.
He's done irreparable damage to our community.
This is true.
The amount of shit that has come from Maury is just ridiculous. When we talk about is that a man or a woman episodes,
that olive episode is too much.
The little kids. Yeah, I'm 14 and I let her fuck niggas. That shit. Those episodes just ridiculous. Yeah. Got that big ass D's nigga with the suit vest.
The vest, the vest with the pockets on it. Yeah.
And he said the most obvious shit. You don't respect your mother. And everybody goes, yeah. You got the talent show episodes. Those are good. The ones not so good, the hidden camera for nannies. Those are terrifying.
Yeah, those are
just countless nannies throwing babies up against drywall and shit. It was traumatizing. It was a lot. And of course,
the reveals.
You are not the father. Those ones and the lie detector cheating or not cheating ones. Those were the classics. We had a lot of great dance moments that came from that. Shout out to the cameramen for sacrificing their calves to get the shot every time.
Just running after them into the back.
And shout out to Maury for kind of modernizing, man. Like he stuck with the times. Like you have the Vlog Squad and David Dobrik that were on a fake Maury episode that they did. Lil Nas X.
Yep.
With Montero.
Yeah.
One of them two.
Yeah.
They did the whole You Are the Father thing and for the rollout with Maury. So yeah, man, shout out to him. I mean, if you've ever been suspended, you know what Maury's, you know what, if you ever had a sick day at school, you know what Maury's about.
It was before Price is Right.
Oh yeah,
In the
right
morning.
before Price is Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did he come out around the same time as Jerry Springer?
I
Or
feel
was
like
he
he was a little
after?
bit after. I feel like Jerry was
He
one of
kinda
the
took the
OGs.
torch.
Yeah, he was like 90s.
Well,
Yeah,
actually,
he
not
was
the
OGs
OGs
though.
were like Sally Jesse Raphael,
Yes,
Ricky
there
Lake,
we go. There we go.
Geraldo, Montel.
Geraldo.
Then Jerry came and ramped shit up a bit.
Yeah,
he turned up the dial a notch. And then you had Steve Wilkos and all the judge shows came after that.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
man.
judges
Judge
kind of
shows
took
were
the
crazy.
mess from the talk shows. The talk shows started turning into roundtable discussions with like The View and The Real and just whatever four women you can find that are relatively
There's always four
washed and have little to no career left. You put them at a table, you dress them very fancy for women their age, and
Let him talk.
let them talk.
Just let him go.
I mean, I feel like I low-key feel like there's probably one of those shows in like every city, because we have one in our city
Yeah.
on City Line or whatever the fuck.
Yes, yes.
Channel what it is. They
Every
have
province for sure has one.
every province definitely has. That means there's a
Every
lot of
state.
women just talking on TV, just talking.
Yeah.
It's
I
interesting.
mean,
Yeah, it's interesting.
Men do that with sports shows.
Not necessarily just men. It's men and women doing it on sports shows now.
Yeah,
For
sports
the most part.
sports talk
You got
radio.
Candace Parker filling in. You got Kayla Gray.
To the top,
You got the Raptors doing the all women's broadcast one night
Bomb,
that was
bomb,
actually
bomb, bomb.
award nominated. I think they're nominated for a Juno. Shout out to them.
So what was what is the male version of The View, if there is any?
Fresh and Fit podcast.
I was gonna say the Fresh and Fit podcast, the guys show, or the man show or whatever.
But
Yeah.
those shows don't exist anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
Men are losing shows, is what I'm showing you.
Okay. I guess so.
We don't have what man show can you watch on TV that discusses feelings other than The Shop, and that's still not a man show because it's always one or two female guests on that show.
Correct. Yeah.
What's that one that Michael Beasley was on just recently?
That's a YouTube and that's a podcast.
Yeah, it's a podcast. Yeah.
Podcast is where niggas is getting their shit off. And everybody's saying, nah, niggas, you're not allowed to get your shit off. Because when you get your shit off, you be wrong. So no. We can't heal in public.
Healing.
Niggas can't heal in public. God damn.
Damn.
That's realistically what it is, though.
Yeah, it's terrible.
That's
So terrible. Like,
when you think about it, yeah.
they need us most, and they're letting us know, and you still can't.
The thing
No.
is
Accept
that
that fact.
you need men on more shows that with formats where they can speak openly, because that's the only way you're gonna get men that improve and evolve. There's so many. I was listening to a stand-up comedian talk about how men are so sensitive, right? And I immediately was like, yeah, niggas are sensitive.
I think you're like, no, we're not.
But a lot of people would say, yeah, no, we're not.
Yeah.
Like a lot of men would be like, because you compare yourself to a woman, you're not sensitive. But if you think about it, like when you're with your girl or with your significant other, that's the only time that anyone would know you're sensitive. And she's the only one around that's gonna see that sensitivity. So if a woman's saying niggas are sensitive, guess who's right?
Yeah, it's
Niggas are never your boys are never gonna see you be sensitive because why we're trained not to be sensitive around our boys. If you do get sensitive, niggas start clowning, start roasting, making jokes, or trying to
Or they just don't know how to
emotionally
handle.
deflect.
Or they're just like, hey man, sorry, I gotta exit because I just don't know how to handle it.
I've never heard that. I just heard that in
Well,
jokes.
in their head.
I've heard that in jokes and roasts. Like that's what realistically niggas want to say, but we're gonna get these jokes off. You know what I mean? So when you have these shows where men are saying things and they're saying things wrong, yeah, of course they're saying things wrong. It's their first time out here saying things. They're saying it on a public platform.
Yes, that
You're-
more importantly.
You're
yes,
taught to be
on a public
transparent
platform.
on podcasts.
Yeah.
And transparency brings you closer to the listeners. And so when you have someone being transparent and trying to evolve and grow, you're going to hear a lot of wrong shit. You just got to be able to just either move on, stomach it, not listen, do something. But complaining about it is crazy to me. Like, at some point, you got to realize these are just people and their opinions. Just because they have a mic doesn't make them right, or doesn't make other people think that they're right.
But also, how much of it is based off the demographic that's tuning in? Like, it's all mothers and women maybe at home during these times, and maybe they just want to see a female voice, so that's why there's more female shows. Because if it was a bunch of dudes at home on a daily basis, there's probably going to be a lot of dude shows.
But I wouldn't want to see a bunch of guys on TV talking if I was at home. Like, I feel like I would want to see what... I'm the type to indulge in what the opposite sex is doing, just because that's what I'm attracted to. So it's like, it's not research, but it's just getting to know them better.
Yeah.
In whatever setting it is, and what they're talking about, what their issues are and shit like that.
I mean, from a guy that's watched every episode of Oprah, like I could see that.
You know what I mean? So that was just, I don't know why I'm wired that way. I think because of the novels that I chose to read when I was younger. There was some books in my house that were only girl books because my cousin had brought them over. And so there's like Babysitter's Club or Cam Jensen. And like, so I'm reading those books, and like, I feel like over time, I got used to that tone or that theme. And maybe that's why I indulge in that kind of stuff. Even when I got older and started reading, I was reading like fucking Eric Jerome Dickey books, which are all like sex and crime. And it's like, mostly if I brought up who Eric Jerome Dickey is, women would be like, oh my God, yeah. And niggas would never know who the fuck I'm talking about.
Paperback novels that the drugstore sells.
Candy Liquor, fucking G-Spot. Those books are crazy to me. They're movies. And to me, for other people, they're just like, oh, that's shit women read and fucking masturbate to. Which I get. I understand it, but I was like, I find some other things interesting in this. I don't know. But
I'm sitting here reading Dragonlance and all these different like Dungeons and Dragons and folklore. And
listen, if there's a show where, just like the one you saw Michael Beasley on, like that with guys on TV, then I'm all in.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you know what I mean? Then it's more well-rounded. We're not talking about sex or sports or drugs. Like, we're more than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just really weird that we all pretend we're not. It's really weird.
Yeah, because the only ones I can think of is either sports, building, construction. But then even so, they've incorporated women into the construction thing.
I only see gambling, sports. I don't even see sex. I don't even see men talking about sex on TV.
I don't think it's...
I don't think they can.
Yeah, I don't think that's something...
Isn't that fucked up? That's fucked up. And then y'all niggas have men that can't fuck. This is the crazy part. You don't want men... You want to give men these outlets to have these conversations, but expect improvement in these areas.
Is it... Maybe it's... How much of it is it that men maybe have a history of embellishing, or maybe not knowing... what the truth is. Like,
well, that's because we need to switch. It's not just, I'm not just putting this on women. We, as our culture too, amongst men, amongst each other. That's what I'm mostly talking about, is just how we communicate with each other needs to change. Where it's like, if you don't know a guy that well, but he's your, what's the word? Acquaintance, associate, you're still afraid to show any feelings or act like something affects you and act like everything's cool and I'll figure it out and all this. No, like, you should be okay to be like, nah, I don't fuck with that. I'm not feeling that, or whatever the case may be. All this masking of feelings and bravado, it's just weird. It's just, at a certain point, I don't know if I'm just at that age. At a certain point, it just gets weird. It's like, be a person, please.
You know, I was at a restaurant the other night, and this dude was berating the cashier. He was flustered. He didn't know what to do, and I guess he didn't give him the right change, and he was accusing the cashier of trying to take his money, like Jim Screech out some change, and he's like, no, you're trying to, and I was like, dude, you need to chill. And then eventually came to a point where I was like, bro, you're out of fucking line. I'm ready to fight you right now just to defend this guy's honor.
Yo.
It's not cool. And then like a couple of other people around were like, yeah, man, that wasn't cool. And then he just stopped. And after like everybody being silent for like 10, 15 awkward seconds, he's like, people, I would like to apologize for my actions. Please forgive me. I'm just really hungry. That was uncalled for. And in that moment, everyone wanted to, like before that, everyone wanted to fight this guy. And then we all smiled and were like, good on you for apologizing. We understand. It's all love, man. He's like,
because it's rare to even see.
You know?
Yeah.
And for that to happen, I was like, oh, this is beautiful.
That should be how all interactions go. But that was special to them because they don't see men apologize that.
Yeah.
That's the weird part.
And I was like, dude, man, good on you, bro. We all shook hands.
Look at the dude we almost fought. Outside comedy bar.
Yeah.
Did that nigga say apologize once for calling that girl a bitch?
No,
what? This guy, homeless guy, walks past these group of black women who are just having an innocent conversation and acts like she bumped him when he walked into her and then calls her a bitch. Wash your fucking stand, you fucking bitch.
Yeah.
And me and Norm almost fought this nigga.
I would have been right behind.
Instead of apologizing,
you guys,
bro, the man
ready. What?
Calm down.
Sorry. Yeah.
The man picked up some pole or what was it in his hand? I can't even remember.
It was a wood. It was a piece of wood severed. A piece of severed wood. Just
Right.
an ornament.
Yeah, he
this
starts
setting.
swinging around like he's fucking Donatello or some shit.
I'm like, dude, there's 3 of them there. We could tussle right now, all 3. Let's
I
go.
was ready. I was ready.
I'm like, you know what? Never mind.
I ain't never been in a bum fight. I was ready. Put me on YouTube, Nick. Oh man, but yes.
That would have been funny.
Me and Norm are on a show this Thursday. Shout out to Hassan. Woo! He's been on the show before.
Friend of the show.
He's got the best comedy show in Scarborough happening this Thursday.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
We are amped to be on that one.
We're bringing comedy to Scarborough, folks.
Scarberia. Also, I got a show at Comedy Bar this Friday. 30 is only 12 in Scrabble. Shout out to Gia.
Yeah.
Or Gina, sorry. Yeah, dope shows coming up.
Yeah, I got Dirty North Saturday, Comedy Bar Sunday. Ooh-wee, the Nubian Comedy Review.
Yes, I'm
Kenny
very
Robinson's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Finally met Kenny.
Okay. No,
Let's go.
I'll give him the vouch, my guy.
He liked my set.
I don't know if he takes vouchers anymore, but
No, he doesn't. Apparently, he doesn't listen to anybody who suggests anything to him. So I was happy that he saw my set because I had his show and Bougie's show.
Yeah.
A Lewin show and Bougie's show on the same night at the same time. So I told Lewin I'd go on first, but Lewin's show always starts late. You know how that crowd is. So I ended up having to leave his show, go to Bougie's show, and then come back.
Yeah.
And it was a good thing I did that because Kenny wasn't going to be there for my set if I was there at the start, if I had started. And he was there to see me when I came back, and he loved my set.
When you get the Godfather approval, there's something.
It was different,
there's
man.
a
We
new
were in the room
confidence.
sharing stories for like half an hour, 45 minutes. Just telling you mad stories about how people used to get booed at the Nubian and they don't boo anymore. And yeah, man, it's really fucked up. I love his voice, man. He has such a great voice for comedy. He fucking traumatized that crowd. It was amazing to watch. I'm like, this is what it looks like when someone can't be canceled. Like, this is it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what's
There's
up.
a man with no fear. He's just talking about doing coke in the 80s, eating ass. Like, he's going crazy with it. And it was great to watch, to see just a legend in his element.
Man.
And yeah, the Nubian show is like the ultimate goal for me. That's all I've always wanted to do, that show, even when I didn't know I wanted to do that show.
You will.
So
You will. It'll happen soon.
yeah. You got Montreal coming up as well.
Montreal, motherfuckers!
You got Montreal.
Please,
in
if you're
April.
All
Yes.
the listeners, if you're in Montreal, April 1st, it's a Friday, April Fools. We're actually doing a show though. It's not a joke. We're doing that at a cool little location, uptown Montreal. So Look out for that.
And and the second.
And the second, Big Will's comedy. I forget what the show's actually called, but yeah, that's gonna be good.
Nice. That should
We
be
might
fun
even
for
have
you.
some on Sunday too.
Should be fun for you.
What do you mean? You're on it too, bro.
Hey!
Come on. Marlon is on all the shows. We are announcing it now. Marlon is on the Uptown Comedy Show.
Diet friends, I'm coming.
Oh, here we go.
Boneless Paris. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Another episode of Extra Gravy. I'm Marlon.
I'm Norm.
And I'm Matt.
And that was the Extra Gravy.
We miss you,
Alicia.
We miss you. We miss you, Alicia.